This morning.
Hey y'all, it's me again, Joey.
Well, ready to let them loose?
Yep, that's it. Let's see if they make us run.
Oh,
Probably so.
yeah, that one tried to get after him, but other than that, what can you expect? I mean, can you blame them? Oh yeah, they're getting after us now. Go, Joey, go!
Hey man!
Hey man, buddy. I'm gonna get in the truck. You gotta go back and get your camera.
But also, just get as many as you can off the one next to it. Get out.
You gotta move away.
Do that side again. Y'all ready? Let's get started. Hey y'all, how's everybody doing today over in the chat?
Ooh, doing good.
Hey,
How you?
I'm good. Tired but good.
Yeah, it's getting to be that time of the year again, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm tired just thinking about it, man. I'm telling you, everybody's so excited. I'm going, oh man, do I really want to punish myself like this?
Oh well.
Did I see you? You said something about a swarm or something?
Me?
Well, yeah, one of your little shorts.
Oh, I had some bees flying around a swarm trap.
Oh, okay.
I think it's too early for scouts. Probably just there was so many bees flying the past few days. They just smelt that lemongrass coming over to check it out.
That's why they were doing me today. I was doing a little video and they were flying all around. I had a little box of lures sitting there and they was all around it. As soon as I pushed go on the button on the camera, they all left. They just all left. Well, how you doing, Mr. JW?
Oh, I've never had so much fun. I just been playing with my bees and playing with my animals and doing carpentry. I mean, I'm almost turned into a master carpenter. I've been building bottom boards and I'm making insulated heater shims for next winter. I'm so far ahead of myself. I think I'm behind, I guess.
This guy's too much sometimes, you know that?
Well, somebody gave me some more fun, and if I knew they was building feeder shims, I'd have told them they needed to bring some of them too.
I've got a bunch of them. I made up. I've got 40 brand new ones I made for next year.
What I did when the few I used for Matt's funding, I just went and grabbed one of my old boxes out of the bone pile, cut it up, and made me some.
You don't need whole boxes for them things. I'm making some insulated. I'm putting a 1/2 inch. I'm doing some experimentation. I've made those things in the past. I've always put my high density foam for insulation. I've just forced it down inside the frames. And actually, when you take that insulation out of the inside of the frames, it makes it kind of a squeaky noise that the bees don't like very well. So I'm redoing them and putting everything on top and putting where I can just unfold it like a book cover, and I can check or change my fondant or whatever I'm feeding down in there. And I got it on.
I need that rooster.
I can.
I need that rooster.
Yeah, he's a good one. He used to be a really good one. He used to be the deer used to be afraid of him, but they've got to where they've adopted him, I think.
Oh,
He don't do any good anymore. I put it. My wife got that for my son who lives close to me as a Christmas kind of a gag gift, and we put it out there. And the deer was tearing off all the garden, and I told him, I said, stick that. He said, well, where I go put that? I said, put it right out there in the garden. And he did, and the deer stayed away for about a year or two, but it don't do any good anymore. They come up there, the bucks rub their heads on it, turns it over. These, hey, I've got a little flow started. My bees aren't working my red
yeah.
nose yet, but they are blooming, and I've got hen bit 2 or 3 days away unless we get a. Well, really, our local weather is saying it's going to be dropped down to in the 40s tonight and tomorrow night and Monday, and Tuesday go back to the 60s and not have anything day or night under the 50s for the foreseeable future. So things is fixing to bust loose at the seams, I'm fixing to say. So
I think we got a little bit of flow going. A lot of stuff is popping up out in the field. Do y'all get that? When I look it up on picture this, it calls it false garlic. I think I talked about this last year.
Yep. I know what you're talking about.
I looked it up to see if it actually had nectar for bees, and it says it does. But I just never see bees on it.
I don't know that I have either, Joey. I know what you're talking about, or I think I know what you're talking about.
It's a little bitty white flower. It's smaller than my little fingernail.
Yep.
Grows out in the field. When you look at it from a distance, you think it might be that white clover.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get closer, it's a lot smaller.
Yep.
I thought I had a picture of it.
You say you're calling it false garlic?
When I look on picture of this, they call it false garlic.
Everything that's a true garlic looks like an onion in the field, you know. You pull it up, you can tell the difference. There's wild onions and there's garlic, and it's, if your cattle eat it, well, if you collect their milk, you'll know it real quick because it's going to make the milk taste like garlic also. So
Let's see. This is kind of it right here. Kind of like that.
That's not what I'm thinking of.
Welcome back.
I'm just clicking stuff. Don't mind me.
It's crow poison. They call it crow poison. You see the little thing down there, and false garlic. When you look into the, I don't know what the real name of it is.
No, that's a new one there on me. That's not what I thought you was talking about, Joey.
But I never see bees on it, so I mow it. If I saw bees on it, I'd leave it alone a little while. Well, what you doing, Tom? What you got going on?
I'm just clicking stuff in the background. I'm not doing anything.
Oh,
sorry, I'm not paying attention.
Anything with bees?
Oh yeah, I actually did do something with bees today. I cleaned up some of my mess back there behind the shop. Worked on that yesterday for half a day and did today about half a day, honestly. Reorganizing a couple of containers actually, and resorting some things out because recently we got quite a bit of materials that we put away. We got, it was 1,000 deep frames, 250 or 300 medium frames, a couple of the actually there's about 6 boxes of frames from Michael Mahar at 21st Bee, and then we'll also those you've seen him advertising those Defender hives that from Apamay, kind of doing co-sponsorship with them back in November when he told me where he was going to do it. we ordered 2 of those, and he just brought those to the EMBA. So we had those, and there were several other things that we needed to get the season started that we needed to reorganize and get.
That's a pretty good concept he's got on that. I say concept.
Mm-hmm.
It's more than a concept now. It's a real deal.
It really is. You know, and I had said something to Korhan and Narda both, and I said, why didn't you guys, you know, all this stuff comes out of Turkey, and everything that they potentially have doesn't necessarily mean it's here in the U.S. So there might be other things, like, for instance, the Fender hive. They've sold them here, but they don't openly advertise them, for one. The second thing is, and they recently started to advertise it here after it's been released overseas now for, I don't know, a year and a half maybe or better, was the jar, the comb jar. Oh shoot, I don't know what you call it. It's basically that inner cover of sorts that has the area that you can put the jars, you know, upside down on, basically.
Yeah.
You know? So when we were up there playing around with old Brian there, Mr. Shaggy Doo, with Castle Hives at Wisconsin.
I don't know the guy.
I mean, he finally shaved, for crying out loud.
What did I do?
Oh, you didn't do anything. I just wanted to pick on you for a minute, if it's okay.
Well, after I ran into you, you know, I looked at the silky smooth person that you are. I thought, I need to slim up. I need to shave. I need to start looking better. You know, I looked in the mirror, and then I'm looking over at that silky fella, and I'm like, oh man. See,
I moisturize. You want to know what the trick is, Brian? I'm going to tell you the trick, buddy.
What?
The trick is you use homemade soap. You know what? If a younger version of me would have seen me now, the younger version would have kicked my butt. Okay.
I have a question for you. What is soap?
Soap? Yeah. Hey, start there. Okay. That's a good jumping off point. So let me tell you guys a quick story. I thought this was really funny when I heard him say it. When we were up there in Wisconsin, Brian, Stream Team guys, myself, and several others like JW and a bunch of other beekeepers that we all know and love. But anyway, when he was up there, he goes, yeah, I'm thinking about shaving. And I'm like, let me tell you something. And I'm like, the last thing that I would do if I was you or I was in your position, and trust me, I like to stir the pot with Melissa. Everybody knows that. I'm like, I definitely would not come back home fresh shaved, because he had a pretty long beard going. I'm like, you might get your wife fired up if she's like, why did you shave your entire beard while you were gone? And I'm like, that just doesn't seem like a great idea to me. So yeah. He apparently waited about a week and a half, which seemed to be reasonable.
I waited. Yep. I waited. Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, Joey, don't go out of town and shave while you're out of town.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad omen.
You're gonna do some things that you're gonna set some things in motion you may not be able to undo.
Yeah. That's bad juju.
I was trimming and my hand slipped.
Yeah. Exactly. See? Yeah. Oh.
Yep.
How is everybody?
We're good.
Well, we just talking about what everybody's doing, getting ready for bees. What you doing?
I'll tell you what, I was over there today looking at them. I've got open feed sitting out, and this is the first year that I've ever done that this early. I would normally like try and wait until it warmed up enough that I could just put buckets on them, you know, without having to worry about some tote in the yard. But I thought, you know, I'm going to take a tote over there and throw some syrup in it, because these days when it's like this, you know, I can't run over all the time. And I just thought, if I set up like kind of like a feed station out in the yard on the warm days, they can go hit it. And when they're not flying, it's there in the yard. And I stopped over there today. You know, I was going to visit my mom for about an hour or so and let our pup, she's got our pup's brother. So I was going to let the pups play some. And those darn bees, I mean, there had to have been, oh man, well over 1,000 easy 2,000 flying in that darn tote. I mean, I could barely even, like, while I was there, first thing I did was I walked down just to take the top off of it, just to let them have full access. And when I did that, there was just a cloud that come out of it. So they're hitting it hard, but I probably, DC saying with that black toad will warm up that syrup some. I probably am going to end up getting buckets on all of my colonies next Wednesday. After Tuesday night going into Wednesday, our low for like 9 days is going to be 40. So I brought home all my buckets. I'm going to mix up my 1-to-1 and then put my hive alive. I'm going to get everything all set and have it ready. That way, come next Wednesday, I'm just going to drive over and pop that plug out and put the bucket on. And they're looking good, though. The colonies that I got over there, the 12, I'll be good for this season. The number of hives that I wanted, I'll be good. So
50?
No.
What?
No.
Come on down here. I give you some.
No.
Come on, Brian.
Yeah, that all I got to say to that is no. So,
Brian, don't be a quitter, man. I'm here to help you out, man.
Yeah.
well, so I plan on, with the 12 colonies, I'm going to split. I want 15 production. So I'll split 3 into those spots.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to do 2 other splits so that I have, just nukes resources on the side. And then the other 7 that I do not want to split, I'm going to demoray those.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I've got enough supers, I could have 3 supers on each of those easy. I'm going to have enough equipment to have 45 supers over there. So it'll be good. Yeah, it'll be good. This season will be a lot better than the last few that I've had. Definitely.
I don't think I'm going to have to feed. Something may happen and they'll have to eat their stores up. But everybody I've been in, and I started off with the lighter ones and working my way up. And everybody's got plenty, especially
That's
my
good.
long hives, man. Them long hives, whew, they hadn't even touched some that I think I stuck in there at the end of last year.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah,
Keith, I got kind of jumped off of you a little bit. What you doing right now? Getting ready?
Well, I went through all my hives today. We got up to about 65. We're supposed to be up in the 70s tomorrow. Cools off a couple of days, Monday, Tuesday, and then we're up in the 70s for several days. The lows in the 60s. The maple trees have popped. I got lots of pollen coming in. The fields are turning purple. We got henbit dead nettle doing its thing. I've had fondant on them all winter. I put pollen patties on all of them a couple of weeks ago. I've been open feeding some syrup a couple of weeks. I fed about 25 gallons, I guess. But my ladies, they're wide open. They had a lot of brood in today. Every hive had brood but one. I'm going to give them a little bit more time. They had a lot of pollen coming in, but no brood. But the rest of them had several frames of brood in every hive. Actually had quite a bit of drone brood, which I don't remember having drone brood this early last year. So I don't know what prompted that or what that exactly means, but probably means they're going to swarm sooner and or want to swarm sooner and be ready to split sooner. But yeah, I thought if you had asked me where we were a week or two ago, I'd say we were behind. If you ask me today where we're at, dang, I'm on the edge of saying we're a little bit ahead of where we were this time last year. So things can change fast. It's amazing. A little bit of sunshine and everything goes crazy.
Well, I tell you, I kind of got nervous. I was talking to a guy today, and I hadn't been in a beehive since I done my long hives. That's been a little over a week. And I talked to the president of Poplarville, which is in Mississippi. It's a little town, probably 35 minutes, 40 minutes away from me. Kind of east of me. That's where he's from, and his main bee yard is about 20, 25 miles north of there. And he told me all his were busting at the seams. He said he's got one. She had 11 frames of brood in that double deep already. That's unheard of this time of year down here.
That's gonna be a fun hive.
Oh yeah, I told him he better tie a noose around that one. It's gonna be took off on him. 11 frames of brood.
Wow.
He must be feeding them like crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's going on,
Yeah.
Jeremy?
How y'all doing?
Good.
Hello.
And got a West Texas beekeeper here. I haven't jumped on one of these in a long time, so good to see everybody.
Glad you come on.
Yeah, so our season just kicked off here. It's been in the 80s and we hit 90 the other day, but this week today I've had 8 bee removals. I did 2 removals today, and I'm doing 2 more tomorrow. So
Oh Lord.
it's that time. They're finally bringing in pollen and brooding up, so it's about to be game on now.
Tomorrow,
I wish I
in Ohio.
could do removals. At my age, I couldn't do beekeeping and removals. I'd have to pick one. You know?
Right.
our high tomorrow in Ohio at my place is going to be 34 degrees. So
Yeah, we had ice here for 2 days, and I guess about a week long being cold, and that's it. I mean, we didn't have a winter, but we're about a month behind. Last year, if I look at my YouTube videos, I had 4 or 5 frames of brood at the end of January, and now they're just barely bringing in pollen this week. So it's time to start booming. And I only do removals until the honey flow, which is the start of April for us. And after that, I get 3 to 5 calls a day, usually in the spring to summertime, but
Yeah.
I can't do it, And plus our bees are mean, and then it'll be 110 degrees and I don't want to do it. So
Well, our low for the next week that I'm looking at is going to be in the morning at 50 degrees.
yeah.
And we've had warm weather for several days, but every day hadn't been a sunny day. And we've had the cloudy days where the bees is hardly leaving the box. It's weird. I figured they'd be flying a little bit at 55 degrees, but it was cloudy, and you'd have 1 or 2 every couple, every 15, 20 seconds. You might have one fly out and come in.
I caught 2 swarms this past week. I mean, we're already having swarms when I don't know if they're more of a abscon than anything, but those queens that I caught in those swarms, they're laying. So they're mated queens. They're not,
Yeah.
it's not, we don't have really drones walking around or anything. So they're just small little swarms. I posted all my videos on YouTube if you ever want to look at them, but, I'm trying to be more active this year. I have 7 kids now as a blended family. So I only do my removals or beekeeping stuff whenever I don't have my youngins, because, I can't, because they're my wild children.
7.
Yes, sir. 17 to 2.
I only had 2 boys, but I got 7 grand youngins, and about an hour is about all I can take all 7 of them.
Yeah, I get my young boys every other weekend, and this year for March, I'm gonna have them all spring break, so I'm gonna have 3 weekends in a row. So I'm not gonna be able to manage bees except during the week after my day job. And I have 10 bee yards that are spread out. Here in Texas, I charge people to put bees on their property, so they save on property taxes. But now I have bees 20 minutes north, 20 minutes south, 20 minutes to the east, and it gets a big route. Luckily, I get to use my work truck and as a personal truck, and they pay for the gas, so it ain't
Hey,
too.
that's cool benefit.
Yes, sir.
All I know is it's going to be busy around here. My target date's always been March 1st around here for getting ready to do splits. But I'll probably start going through them Monday, Tuesday, something like that, and just kind of seeing where we're at. Then I'd make a phone call to the man with the sales and see when when he can have some for me. We'll go from there. What we seeing over there?
I'm laughing at Roy Prue.
What are you laughing at, JW?
Roy up there in Michigan. Roy Prue. He's trying to get over his granddaughters, he says. He's into that.
I see that.
Well, it sounds like things is happening fast all over the place.
Yep.
Keith, where are you at?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, the foothills of North Carolina. So our season always, once it goes, it rolls. So we don't ease into it like they do in some places. I know down south they start beekeeping in February.
I don't think we stopped beekeeping, really.
Yeah. But then you don't make any honey until what, April?
Right. So I'm actually down to my last 8 pounds of honey, which, it was a great year for me last year, but we did have a fall flow this past year, but now I'll have a algerita plant. It's called algerita. It makes some honey, but it's a short flow. It's more of a their boost as the pollen starts coming in. So that should start popping here in about 2 or 3 weeks. And it's not really a honey producing. It's just enough to stimulate the bees to start ramping up.
So Keith, when did you start pulling honey last year?
I put my supers on March the 10th, and my first pull, I believe, was April 19th.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
sir.
It's looking like that's going to be the schedule again this year. So we'll see.
Pulling boxes off and putting them back on.
It can still it can snow around here in March, but last year once it warmed up, it hung in there. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens this year.
We have you guys are talking about all this. We don't even have anything in bloom yet. No maples, nothing. So that's Ohio, though.
At least y'all have trees. We don't have trees out here.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah.
I was cleaning a tree off that I was going to hang a swarm box on yesterday, and I couldn't see up in there real good, but the vine had come down, and I'd cut the shrub around it, and when I pulled on that vine, it fell down. That vine had little blooms all over it. I'm not sure what it was. At first, I thought it looked like crap. What it looked like honeysuckle, similar to that, but it wasn't a honeysuckle. Already bloomed out. Mm-hmm. So there's no telling what's up in them trees I can't see. I had to get somebody to come assess my bee yard and see what's going on.
Yeah, it's crazy out here. You'll see how dry our dirt is. We haven't had rain since last year. We don't get rain.
We're under a burn ban here.
Really? See, we stay under a burn ban, but people still, we're West Texas. We do our own thing. But it's so dry. But to see pollen coming in, I tried looking around to see what little flowers I see or what. But here in the desert, somehow it, God provides some way. So it's pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you located at, Jeremy?
San Angelo, Texas, West Texas.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's a long way from here.
It is.
You got to cross Texas to get to you. That's a long way from here.
Yeah. When I lived in Middle Georgia for about 4 years, and it would take me longer to get out of Texas than it would to go through Louisiana, Alabama, or Mississippi, Alabama, halfway to Georgia. So.
You take 10 when you come across, or
I would take 20.
20?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. First time I'd ever rode through Texas, I didn't think we was going to ever get out of it.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, you can go from South Louisiana up to from where I'm at. I'm in Southeast Louisiana, and if you go and you have to go all the way up through like Northeast Louisiana. That's a good day's ride too.
Right. And I'm going to answer ECP asked if I had Africanized bees. We do have very aggressive bees out here. Some people will say they're Africanized, but they're not. I don't consider them that. I mean, you'll get killed. I mean, there's people that get killed out here every year, horses, dogs, but they're just aggressive. I do import my queens from California and Georgia, and I am getting the genetics commerce since I'm putting bees on other people's property. But I love working mean bees because you don't have to treat them, you don't have to worry about them, and they produce honey like no other. But you will get killed. I mean, if you don't have a suit on. But I don't call them Africanized. I mean, scientifically, they may have a higher percentage or whatever. But I'll just introduce a new queen and bust it down.
If you can walk away from them and they'll finally leave you alone.
Oh, you have to walk. You have to walk like a mile, and
for your bees.
For my mean colonies, yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I just usually jump in the truck, turn on my AC, and crack the windows, and most of them fly out. And then I drive a couple miles with all 4 windows down, and then most of them are out of the truck. But luckily, I'm getting the genetics. That's what I'm really focusing on this year, the genetics. But because most of my colonies are from bee removals, unless I'm doing splits. But today I did 2 removals, and they were calm. You know, I was putting my hands on the comb. They were gentle today. And normally, my removal colonies, you know, you can't even see. They're all up in your face. So you can see some of my past videos where they're real bad. You know, when it's dry out here, 110 degrees, of course, bees are going to be more aggressive. So.
Yeah, I'd be a little cranky too.
Right. But my boys are about to FaceTime me, so I just want to jump on, say hi, and you know, I'm trying to be more active with the groups. And so I used to be kind of active a couple years ago when Bob started everything back in.
Yeah, you come on pretty regular.
Yes, sir. So trying to get back at it. It's the start of bee season here, so I hope everybody does well, and I hope everybody's season, you know, is blessed. So y'all have a good one. Y'all have a good night, y'all.
Appreciate you coming in later.
Yes, sir.
So I saw you got your traps up, Joey.
Yep. I put another one up. I put another one up after that. I didn't even video it. That was my bee yard box. I put it up. It's not 20, 30 feet from the nearest bee box.
Yeah.
But I always catch bees there because I always got somebody wanting to swarm, you know. But I put
this guy down here below you, Joey.
Huh?
This guy down there below you. He's clean. He's going through his bee yards today.
Oh, well, you might
with his snow blower so I can get to.
Oh, with the snow blower.
with the plow.
Oh, with plow.
Just to get to them, and then the shovel.
Hmm?
Yeah,
Poor
some of
devil.
them have still a
You
couple
didn't-
feet of snow on
You
the
didn't
ground.
uncover them, did you?
Oh, I went into some of them, checked them.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You just couldn't help yourself, huh? You had to open them up.
Well, I needed to see if some of them needed feed.
Yeah.
How were they, Mike?
The big ones are good. The ones that got hit by the bear in the fall, I lost probably about 60% of them.
Yeah.
He did a number on quite a few of the hives at my house.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they were queen right going into winter,
Yeah.
but they were 5 frames buried in the snow half the winter, so they did okay considering.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I meant to take a picture and post it to you, Joey, of the swarm trap I left up because we have to in New Hampshire because we don't have all the seasons you have.
Yeah. Somebody had asked you a question, Brian.
Oh, I haven't. My screen's up.
It was
Ask me a
Brian.
question. Oh, did my bees use it? They were all over it.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, I mean, they were. I got a short little video. Where in the heck is the thing? Let's see. Can you see that?
Can you share it? Let's see.
Oh, it's on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they were. And so this was from the other day. Today, there was probably 5 times that amount in that darn tote. So that's why when I was over there, I just took the lid off for a little while because I thought, man, there were so many there. I'm just going to let them go to town. So, yeah, they were doing good.
Flower Street Farms there. He's got a interesting observation.
I don't believe it for 1 minute, Keith.
Yeah, that's them Colorado bees.
I missed it.
He throws those zingers in there.
Well, you know, you got somebody whose name is kind of all messed up there. It's got that one character in it. So
It's got the Y.
yeah. So I really
Might be on that wacky backy out there. You know, they're kind of famous for that out there in Colorado.
that wacky.
I just talking about Flower Street. I just want to brag about him a minute. He did a great job at y'all's workshop last week.
Now, Joey, I keep telling you, you keep building these guys up. I get them tore down about where I can handle them, and then you go to bragging on them.
Well, I'm hoping he'll slip me a little something on the side. If he does, I'll split it with you.
Yeah, I get
He
I'll
did.
get them about tore down. I get them with them about once a year. I get them all tore down, and then you go to build them back up. Beats anything I ever seen.
Yeah, he might have been feeling a little bit nervous about it, but he did a great job.
Yes, he did.
See, Dennis saying he did some splits today.
Who that?
Dennis said he did some walkaways today.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember where he's at.
Hey, Todd.
How you talk about there, Keith? I don't guess I've seen it.
Yeah, well, I should have posted it, I guess. Right there.
Oh, we don't. He's probably lying. He's in California. You know how they lie out there.
Speaking of California, Todd, you can come on in if you want to, unless you're cooking.
Yeah.
Dennis is in Alabama.
Yep.
So doing walkaways, I guess he's either got drones or he thinks he's going to have drones in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
No, you guys can believe this or not. 2 days ago, I checking my bees. They were starting to fly a little bit. I wasn't bringing any pollen. So I put out 15 pounds of pollen substitute. I scattered around over stumps and some of my robin stations over about 30 acres. And today it's completely gone. Every bit of it. Man, I don't see any on my bees, so they're just consuming them, I guess.
I thought I had dry pollen sub here.
Yeah.
And I don't, so I've got a 10-pound bucket of it coming tomorrow. So, but now we're going to be cold. You know, tomorrow it's going to be a high of 33. Monday go up a little bit. You know, Tuesday go up. So Wednesday when I go over and throw the buckets on, I'm going to refill that tote in the yard. I'll put buckets on everything, and then I've got a pollen sub feeder, a 3D printed one. And I
You
probably
got a picture of that?
I don't. It's it's over in my building. So, but I'm probably going to set up like a pro nuke or something over there as well, and just dump some in a pro nuke. That way they've got a little bit.
I've seen people do that, put it in nuke boxes, and they just go in and get it.
Yep. Yeah. So they've got pollen patties on them, but I want them to have that foraging station out there because there's nothing for them to do right now. Nothing they can forage on really. So I figure, heck, might as well take advantage of the weather. You know. Plus, I want to be like JW. So
Old.
See?
Yeah. You know, I fed pollen basically 1 year. I bought pollen. I think it was a 10-pound bucket. And I made 4 of those out of the pipe with the end cap on one end and the gutter adapter on the other end. I made them and did a video, and as soon as they got emptied out, I took them down. They're in the shed. I hadn't used them again. I got too much pollen coming in. I gave the pollen to Mike Berry. I always got too much coming in. I don't have to feed really. But I actually, when I set that up, I was going to use it for an indicator. And I know Mr. Ed did that 1 year. He put that big feeder out there. And if he saw bees in it, he knew that there wasn't much coming in. But as soon as it kind of slowed down, he knew there was stuff happening out there.
Yeah, I've done that for years. I've never put artificial pollen in the hive body. I always use it I use it on some of my fondant. I don't even make pollen patties. I don't even like pollen. I don't want pollen in my hives. Or pollen patties even.
Clay, appreciate it, Clay.
So difference in folks, but that's, I'm not a big fan of. I think in my area it seems to cause more problems in the hive than it does good, and that's just a personal observation or an opinion.
Yeah.
So,
you get your protein from stink bugs.
Yeah. That's true. And then false ladybugs, they're just about on the same caliber. They're not quite as tasty as the stink bugs. I like the stink bugs better than the false ladybugs.
Unreal. Just unreal.
Yum.
Well, that's more protein than anything else, huh?
I wouldn't know, Joey.
I'll stick with peanut butter.
Yeah.
They taste a lot better than I can always tell the guy's fibbing and hasn't tried them or not because he says they taste like they smell stink bugs, but they don't. They actually got a sweet mellow taste to them.
There's your friend now.
Hey, JW, you never emailed me that stink bug casserole recipe. I wanted to
He doesn't cook, Todd.
Are your bees still in the box, Todd?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
I didn't go out there today though. I had that bee symposium. I am wiped out. I ran around there. I helped with the raffle and talked to Randy Oliver for a little while. Ate a bunch of tacos. Talked to a bunch of people, and I'm done. Sort of like Tom. I know Tom must have been tired after last week, so I don't feel half like what he felt. But
I bounced back quick.
Well,
I see Michael's in here. I picked me up some of these from him last weekend.
I talked to him about that.
I think that's going to be handy.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I just bought a few from him. I may be wanting more for it's over with.
I need to be putting those in my hives right now.
Who in here has already used some of these?
I have.
when you harvest it, what do you do with it? Do you leave the whole square, or do you do like half, cut it in half, or?
You're going to have to ask Melissa about that, Joseph.
Oh yeah, that's
You're
right.
asking an unqualified source.
I'm sorry. We'll save that question, I guess.
Hey, JW, I'd like you to elaborate on that. Can you explain why that is?
And they're already pre-waxed too, y'all.
Nice. What's up, Big Mike? I got to tell you something. I've been meaning to call you and tell you, but I'll tell you now. So, I said this, I think, Thursday night. So I've got to be honest. Charlie's honey's up here, but I tasted some of your honey, and yours right about here. I mean, that stuff it's good. It's real good.
Thank you.
I meant to click on that link right there.
Yeah, Big Mike's was really good. I'm trying to think if I have some in here right now or not. I know he gave me a bottle.
Joey's cream honey was really good too.
What you talking about, Tom?
I'm talking about Big Mike's honey.
Oh,
his honey is really good.
I got some up there on that shelf.
Phil Kent's honey is really good too.
Yeah, it is. It was really light.
Yeah.
Did I give any of you guys the knotweed honey?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
The real dark stuff?
I haven't tried it yet.
Well,
Yeah, I got one.
That came from Troy Hall.
Oh, did it? Okay. You gave me one at Nobby, and I opened it the first time. I'm not a honey enthusiast anyway, but it was absolutely. I never tasted anything even remotely that resembled it. So
that it, Big Mike?
Yeah, that's a knotweed honey.
Yeah,
knotweed.
That was stuff I got from Troy Hall.
Okay.
Hey, show me the label, Joey.
it's really a very nice label.
I had to cut that down because I don't have labels for that smaller bottle.
Yeah. That
Yeah, that's my regular honey.
yeah. The knotweed I did not care for. I mean, it wouldn't. But I'm not a big fan of any honey, so I'm not trying.
Yeah, I mean, knotweed isn't the greatest taste.
Please don't be offended. You're too big. I can't run.
Oh, I'm not offended. I'm lucky if I go through 2 bottles of honey a year.
Yeah, mine is out of necessity. If I taste it, it's out of. And I did taste that just to see you had said it was knotweed, I think, and I'd never tasted knotweed to my knowledge or anything, but I've never tasted anything in the honey line that resembled it, taste anything like it. So.
Spoons. I was going to taste it.
What do you think, Tom? Oh, you said you had the regular. Did you taste of it, Joey?
No. I was going to. I couldn't find a spoon.
Hey, Mike, that knotweed honey, was that in a smaller bottle?
Yes.
I could have swore you gave me one, but maybe you didn't. Because I don't actually like knotweed honey. It's really dark and it's got a really, really powerful taste to it.
Mm-hmm. I've never tasted anything resembling.
I've never tasted a honey that tasted like it.
Yeah.
And it's it's you got to be at the right place. He's along the Connecticut River, and it grows wild up there, big time. It's very invasive, like everything Chinese.
The other stuff besides the knotweed, where'd that come from?
The lighter stuff was mine from my hives.
Yeah, but I mean, what varietal is, or what plant or tree or?
We have basswood, we have black locust, we have wildflowers. It's just a blend. I only harvest once a year, so it's whatever.
Okay.
It's on the shelf, ECP. You wasn't here. I tasted it online a while back. That pumpkin honey. It's got a unique flavor too. Y'all wondering what I was talking about. I done lost it.
I don't want you guys knocking my eating stink bugs if you like that goldenrod hunt now, Castle.
I love goldenrod and I love buckwheat too. So
No, it's too dark. That's two of my most unfavorite, probably.
We need to make you a T-shirt that says "I love stink bugs."
I might do that. I might get that,
They love me.
I might get that tattooed on my rear end, and I'll show it to you.
oh,
Oh my ears!
Can y'all see that? That's ECP's pumpkin honey.
oh wow.
That's light.
Yeah. It's got a good flavor too.
Hey, JW, you ever tried any of this before?
Yeah, that stuff is out of this world good.
You want to know something? This is yours. I bought this. Melissa and I both bought this for you, and I haven't opened it. And I was going to give it to you at Nobby and forgot. And then I was going to bring it to the EMBA thing.
I got
and
some.
forgot it. So I still have this.
It's out of the world good stuff.
I don't know if Michael wants his address on there or not.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't care. I already sent him hate mail.
Oh. But that's good too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's good too.
Yeah.
Boy, Joey, I'm having trouble agreeing with everybody tonight.
Hey, Brad.
I mean, I'm usually on better.
Hey, Mike.
Brad, how are you?
Brad,
I'm well. How are you?
Evening, Brad.
I
is your
can't
ground
complain.
still white?
I enjoyed your tractor tire video there, Brad. It brought back
Thanks.
good memories of working at my dad's service station,
Oh, I see. Yeah,
trying to get those tubeless tires pumped up.
I learned about that years ago. I've not had a lot of cause to use it. Maybe that was the second time I've ever done that. Worked
Yeah.
great.
All these
Don't
new
tell me what
kids.
happened in the end because I hadn't watched it yet.
I haven't
Oh,
watched-
okay.
But what did you do to the tire though?
My little tire on the tractor, it went flat. It was lost all its air, and that's the problem. It didn't go flat. It's such a heavy duty tire that it doesn't go flat. It just loses all its air. So the outside bead slipped off, and so I had to get the bead seated before I could air it up. So I did the whole ratchet strap around the tire deal and squeeze the tire to make the bead pop
I
out onto the rim.
built me several years ago one of those, I don't know what they call them, bead blaster or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Got a little chamber of air
sure.
with a valve on it.
Yep.
Stick it in there. It works good too. If
I
you
bet.
got it.
A lot of folks now use ether and light it. Now,
Yeah,
I haven't
that.
tried that before.
Yeah. I seen that a lot back in the old days.
Yeah.
Don't know I'd do that inside my shop,
What
Maybe.
could go wrong?
especially because it's a wood shop full of wood dust. I might have a little bit bigger explosion than
Might
just
have a
that.
secondary explosion there. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Go up
stuff,
like a
if
meth
you
lab.
put too much in there, it might make that tire jump off the ground and hit you in the head too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at YouTube to see if my little short posted.
So I was just doing that, and I thought, you know what? I think maybe somebody might find this interesting. So it's just that's what it is. Vlog, right? It's just a log of my life, and that's the times that I got to deal with flat tires and dead batteries.
Could be worse.
Could it?
Well, it looks like Dodge used
Could
ether
it? Yeah.
before.
I'd rather have flat tires and dead batteries than dead
There-
bees.
There was a time you could use WD-40, but they got a different
I know it used to be able to run your lawnmower on a WD-40 to diagnose a fuel issue or something.
there he is.
No, I wanted to show you wanted you to show the end of it.
You want me to show the end of it?
Nobody wants to look at me. Show you
No,
my
we're about
latest and greatest new buddy. He moved in on me.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here you go.
Hang in here. And I'm going to introduce you to old Screechy. There.
Oh,
My little Screech Owl
Little
friend.
Screech owl.
He's
Yeah,
this is the regular stopping point. He spends a lot of days right here in my wood shop. And as you can see,
that's a good friend to have.
just wanted to introduce
Keep the mice down.
He stayed hitched up for me every time I went to take his picture in the past. He flew off.
I don't know what he'll do for raccoons, but snakes and mice, he'll take care of those.
Oh yeah. He stays right there. That's his daily roosting spot, pretty much.
Do you sing to him or does he sing to you?
Mm-mm.
No, he didn't
He
sing.
just stares there. He just stares there and sits there and stares at me. It's almost spooky.
I like owls. They're pretty cool.
He's eyeing you up for a meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I eat that?
I've seen them when I go out back, on the back of my mom's property when I'm hunting. When you're real quiet back in there, just sitting in a tree, I'll see them flying tree to tree, and they are cool to see.
Yep.
Grammy, I don't particularly care for the mice, but I like my snakes. I don't want him eating my snakes.
I got a few great grays in my yard. Things are 18 inches tall.
Yeah.
Great big owl.
I've never had a screech owl messing with my chickens. Chickens are bigger than the owl is.
Yeah, they're not. They're not big enough to handle a chicken, I don't think. I've never had him bother, really, to my knowledge, anything. I've never, I've seen him take a few mice, but that's all I've seen him. There's a little old barn owl that's about the same size as them little screech owls. They'll set you, if you're not used to them, they'll set you afar of a night. They can put out a sound that's about half spooky.
Yeah, I know. They scare you. I've had them scream when I get right under the tree. Squirrel.
Yeah. They're hard on my. They are hard on my little old flying squirrels too. I've got lots of those. They're not.
I can see
Squirrels
why.
are nocturnal, but the little screechies are hard on the flying squirrels.
Hey Brad, I ordered that wax melting tank from Dancing Bee. Wasn't this year? It was 25. It was a good company to work with. They were really helpful.
Oh yeah, they've got was that their Dancing Bee in the United States, I suppose.
Oh yeah, that could be.
I think they kind of work with another company down there.
Hidden Hollow, they're right down the lake, Brad.
Yeah.
Hidden Hollow.
How big is yours, Tom?
Boy, I don't remember. And of course, Brad and those guys, they talk weird numbers that I don't understand.
We talk all the numbers. We just go both ways.
I know. You're much better at the conversions than I am. I have to do a little.
Well, give me one, and I'll tell you what the other one is.
Well, I think it was somewhere around 3.5 gallon tank, if I remember correctly. I can look it up and tell you. Melissa has run several.
15
tanks.
15 liters. 15 liters or so.
That could be
somewhere in there.
Yeah.
We knew that.
Ask Melissa. Yeah. Well, it's for her. She uses it. I don't. Let's see what they got.
Let me tell y'all, I seen 21st Bees talking about FedEx. This has nothing to do with FedEx. It's USPS. Boris was sending me some new arms grabber arms for my hive lifter. He kind of redesigned them, so he sent me some more. And something showed up yesterday, and the mail lady, I was out in the back. The mail lady pulled up. She set it on the porch, and I just waved at her. When she left and I got through, I went to the porch and picked the box up, and I almost threw it up in the air. I didn't know what it was. I had no idea what it was. And it had damage tape all over the side of it.
Oh, no.
And I grabbed my phone and I started videoing it. And I set it up on a little table. It's on my porch, and I opened it up. And there wasn't even a speck of dust in that box. No kind of paperwork or anything. I said, what is this all about? And I had to run it down and see who it was. And I called them, and I found out what it was. It was the grabber arms. I said, well, they're not in there. They're still on UPS truck somewhere. Oh. I got an empty box. And I went to the USPS and started asking them about it and what process I need to go through. And that girl said, I'm the one that put that tape on there. It showed up this morning, and I taped it up, and I'm thinking, yeah, let's see it. Hang on, there we go.
It's 14 liters.
14 liters.
Hey, I wasn't far off. That's like a quart off.
So Brad, what's the conversion to gallons? 3.5? 3.6? Is that right?
Oh, 14 liters?
Yeah.
Well, 2.5 gallons is 12 liters. 5 gallons is 18 liters.
So it'd be shy of 3.
Oh, how'd that happen? But anyway, I'm sitting there. She said, yeah, that box came in this morning, and I taped it up because it had a big hole in the side.
So
and I'm thinking,
4 gallons.
you didn't notice it was an empty box? I'm talking it had a hole that big on the side.
Mm-hmm.
3.698
over 3.5
gallons.
Yeah.
That's pretty good size. Just right.
That's what
really.
Google says. I don't know.
Discount liters like quarts, and you come out in the ballpark.
Yeah, it's
Anyway, I asked
kinda
Katie, I
close.
said, what do I do to recover this loss now? And she said, you have to go online and do a claim. And I said, okay. I've done one claim before. I went online and I done this claim 2 days ago. And as of now, it still says that it's pending. Under review, that's what it says. Under review. 3 days. Under review. The only other time I've ever made a claim on something lost or damaged, I walked in to the lady and told them that what I had ordered was damaged. She says it less than $100. I said it was right at $100. I had my receipts and everything. She sat down with me. 20 minutes, she had my money in my hand.
Nice.
Now they can't do that. Now you got to go online and wait for somebody that's on smoke break somewhere. They're all fishing. But anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Well, be sure you take a picture of it, Joy, if you got.
I did. I videoed it and took a picture of it. Sent them copies and everything. Boris, I contacted him. He said he's going to see what he can do on his end too. So I still don't have my new grabber arms. Yeah, poor Joey. I'll get over it.
So when you fill out that form, do the arms magically appear? Is that what the deal is?
I don't know.
Are they going to say, okay, here you go?
I'm going to tell you something, though. If I was a supervisor and I found out somebody taped up an empty box, I'd be doing me some investigating. Who drove that truck that brought that empty box in here? They don't nobody. 9 out of 10 I'm going to say 9.5 out of 10 government workers can't do their job right. Either for one of two reasons. They either don't care or the rules and regulations stop them from thinking on their own. I used to be a government worker, so I can say it like I want to.
Mm-hmm. So why didn't you then, Joey?
Huh?
I'm just messing with you.
I used to argue with them, and when they tell me you can't do it because of this, I'd fuss about it.
Yeah.
Hey Joey, I meant to call you this week, like Tuesday. How your trip was coming back? Where'd you guys stay at?
We ended up coming all the way back.
Oh, then that day on Sunday?
Yeah.
Because of the thing that happened the day before. Yeah.
I've got that video too. You ought to see that. I have got 8.5 minutes of that drunk walking around on my porch trying to get in. 4 o'clock in the morning.
I can only imagine you were probably all sorts of twisted up on that thing.
Hey, well, the little girl's got a good eye, and she's sitting on her bed with her weapon in her hand. So
good for her.
It was all good. I knew if he busted that door down, it's going to be on.
Yeah. Well, knowledge is power. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being able to handle yourself.
But I'm going to tell you what happened. I don't know if I told y'all this part. I didn't recognize the dude. I didn't recognize him. And he went on several different cameras. In case everybody's wondering what I'm talking about, we had an incident happen last Sunday morning at 4 o'clock at my house with my granddaughter home by herself. We'll get back on beekeeping in a minute. She called and let me back up. She's already had an incident where she had a stalker last year, and she recognized this stalker because every time she would leave from dance or stop at McDonald's, she would see this guy. And it just got too regular, you know. There was too much happenstance in there. And finally, one day, she's sitting there at McDonald's, and the guy comes in, and he just sits down and sits there watching half a dozen young girls sitting there eating their meal. And when they got up and acted like they were going to walk out, and she recognized him, so they started shooting little videos of him. And when they got up and acted like they were going to go out, he got up to go out too. And they all hit the restroom door. So he couldn't play it off now. He had to go outside. So they all stayed in the bathroom and finally came back and sat back down. She went up there and told the lady, "You see that guy standing out by such car?" I said, "Yeah, he's stalking me. Can you call the law?" And she said, "Yeah, I'll call the law right now, honey." Well, she went and sat back down with the girls, and he saw they wasn't leaving. So he come back in and sat down again. And when the law showed up, that woman kind of made a scene that she was depending on to get them there. When they started pulling in, she kind of made a scene. It scared him, and he went out the other door. He got away. But she showed him a picture of him and everything. But that scared him, so she hadn't seen him since then. But she made a report on him. So it got where, because of that, she wouldn't stay at home by herself. She'd always have somebody there or go stay with somebody else. She had just gotten, it's been a year, she had just gotten over that fear. And I promise we'll get back on beekeeping in a minute. But she had just gotten over that fear. She was in Baton Rouge, and she said, "I'm going to go ahead and come home for the night." This was Saturday night. And she said, "I got plans with my siblings tomorrow, so I'll just be there early." I said, "Okay." 4 o'clock, she called and said, "There's somebody banging on the door." And I said, "This girl done had another bad dream." She said, "No, they're there right now banging on the door." She said, "It's going from door to door to window." And I just called, I don't know, just automatically I called 911, but I was in
St. Louis.
St. Louis,
Mhm.
and they said, "You're calling for Louisiana?" I said, "Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I'll do better to call the sheriff's office." I got them on speed dial. So I called the sheriff's office and told them what was going on, and they got there pretty quick. And then they headed that way. She was on the phone with, she'd already called her boyfriend. Him and his mother was on the way and brother. And she was on the phone with my wife. So when I got off with them, I said, let me see if her dad's phone's going to ring. I called her dad. He lives close by. So everybody got there about the same time. And anyway, this guy had pulled up in a van, his employer's van, 4 o'clock in the morning, stumbled onto the porch and started to walk in. And he couldn't get in the door. So he hit the doorbell and rung it, and hit the ring bell and rung it, walked around back to his van, then come back and knocked on the door again, went around and knocked on the front door. You could tell he kind of knew where he was at. Then he went on to one of the bedroom doors on front and tapped on the glass there. You could hear the little dogs cutting up. Then he went back to the main door again and knocked, and then went to the back door and knocked, and went back to the van and got an iPad, and he got back out of the van and walked back to the back door and tried to get in again. Then he started kicking. That's where property destruction comes in.
Are there any firearms in the house?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
She had one in her hand. She stayed in her bedroom, sitting on her bed with the light out, with it, mace in one hand and the gun in the other. But he never did get in, and he even started beating on the door and the lock and everything with his iPad. And he finally gave up and went back and laid down in the van. Well, about that time is when the sheriff's office showed up, and they found him in there and got him out and asked him what he was doing. He said, sleeping. He said, sleeping in somebody else's yard? Now let me give you some history. That boy's mother used to live in that house temporarily when I lived on the prison grounds. I retired in 2019, so they've been gone since 2019. He was in the military for 2 years prior to that. So that's how long, what, 6, 7, 7 years, maybe 8, that he's been gone. He was so drunk that he thought he was back home.
Wow.
But I'm thinking, hold on a minute. If you thought you was back home, why you want to tear your mother's door down?
Okay.
Trying to get in.
Yeah.
Well, it was definitely in his best interest that he didn't get inside there. It
Yeah.
probably saved his life that he was not able to gain access.
Yeah, that's a good way to get shot.
Yeah. But I downloaded a couple of pieces of video and sent that officer. But I sent word to him that I got it all, and I put every camera by timeline. So I've got a good clean video from time he drove up to when they arrested him. And he'll be back Monday. They told me don't get in no hurry. When he gets back Monday, he'll get with me, and I'm gonna give him that video. But yeah, that was our incident Sunday morning. So we were planning. Back to Todd's question, we were planning to go a couple of other different places on the way home, maybe a 3 or 4 day trip getting back home. But after that, it just kind of blew everything up. I said, I can't. I got too much to do now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to leave her alone another night.
Yeah. Yeah, she could handle herself pretty good.
So, Joy, I missed the connection of who this girl is to you.
That's my granddaughter.
Granddaughter. Oh my goodness.
She lives with us. That's my oldest granddaughter.
Yeah.
And she lives with us. Her dad lives almost next door.
Yeah.
I would have been, Joey, if I was you, man.
Hey,
I'd have been pretty twisted up about it. You
I'm
know
gonna
what I mean?
tell you
I'd have been-
something. He's lucky my son didn't find him.
Mhm.
Because that dude, he don't play when it comes to something like that. I'm glad he didn't find him. Let's put it that way. He'd have been the one in jail.
Yeah, it would be ugly.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, the situation may have played out in its best scenario, and it's unfortunate as it is, you know.
Yeah.
Well, we're
Anyway,
glad
the day
she's
after
okay.
that, I played with bees.
That calmed you back down, did it?
Yeah, she's all good.
Yeah.
But she said she heard him to start with. And she said, "That's Daddy. And it's too late to mess with him. He can go back to his house." You know, thought he was trying to come in and get a cold drink out of the refrigerator or something. She just laid back down. Then it started all over again.
Well, it sounds like she had some good family members that taught her well and trained her for that situational awareness as well as how to handle herself. So,
Yep.
good job, Joey.
Yeah, she knows how to handle that piece she's carrying. I hate to say this in front of company, but she can hit the target better than me. She takes that from her grandmother. My wife can hit the target.
A lot of ladies are like that.
Yep.
Yeah, they have a steadier hand.
Yep. Yeah. It's I tell you what though, it's good that she's comfortable around things like that. I'll just say things.
Yeah.
It's nowadays how things are. You never know. So it's better to be safe than sorry in those situations and know what to do. You know? Yeah. Crazy world.
Yep. Look who showed up.
there's Matt.
We're not all friends. You know that, don't you, Sandy?
That's not Sandy. That's Matt.
Sandy Matt.
Well, she left him home for a week by himself. Now she's back in town, squaring him back up. So,
Did y'all see what I put in the title of the last two videos? Besides Joy and Friends, the B team. Yeah. Unless somebody already owns it, I think that's a good little name for the channel.
The B team. That's a good one.
That'll work.
It's not quite the A team. It's the B team.
No, not quite.
Call us Avis. We try.
Yeah.
Number two. We try hard.
Love it when a plan comes together.
We probably ought to say the B minus team, but it just don't run off the tongue right.
Yeah, that don't flow as good.
The remedial reading team. It just doesn't quite roll off.
Yeah. Hey y'all, I think I'm gonna bounce out, get a couple things done around here before bed.
Good night.
So
Okay.
Yeah, see you later, Brian.
I'll be listening in the background.
I'm here, Brian.
So
Good to see you.
I'll see y'all.
Hey,
See you later.
Mr. Prater,
Yes, sir.
how'd your trip home go? Did you get home without breaking your neck?
Oh, I didn't get home until 11:30. I was wiped out.
Gee.
It delayed. The flight was delayed going out of St. Louis for. The flight was delayed because the plane coming in from Dallas was late. Coming out of, I think it came out of McAllen. So anyway, yeah, you know it's bad when they start calling group numbers. Like in this case, they call group number 8 and 9. Please bring your carry-ons up here to the front.
Oh boy.
They bag tagged them and then they put them in the back of the plane, so they couldn't even bring their carry-ons on board because there were so many people, and everybody's got those oversized bags and they ship them up there, and you know, But I was sitting there talking with some guy. Said, they could avoid all of this if they stop charging for bags. If you stop charging for bags and improve your bag delivery service, that people be happy to put their bags in the back of the plane, or check them. And no need for a carry-on, but it is what it is. So I didn't get home till 11:30, and I was delayed in Dallas for a little while, but I made it. I was tired the next day, that's for sure. I was wiped out. Yeah, I ate all my bee bites at Dallas for dinner.
We stopped several times coming home, and I told her, I said, we keep stopping like this, Todd's gonna get home before we do.
Yeah, there was dinner. That's what I had for dinner. They're good candy bars. JW should have. Well, you didn't get one, but if you did, I'm sure you would have ate it on the trip home. It's packed full of protein. It's a protein bar. It's good.
Brad, is that background picture current?
No. Well, it looks very similar. That was just a picture I took actually a couple of years ago with the frosty trees and the morning
I've
light.
probably seen it and just forgot.
Yeah, it was. I haven't used it in a while, but it's the snow cover is very similar now to that. We got, oh my goodness, yesterday we got a storm. It was sunny the whole day. It wasn't a snowstorm, but there had been some snow in the previous days, and it was just terribly windy yesterday. And highways were closed for most of the day, but it was crazy. It just started at about 8:30 in the morning, and by about 8:30 in the evening, it was all done. And it just all blew for 12 hours. It all blew through the countryside. And then it was over. And it's gotten cold. It's gotten really cold. It was minus 30 last night, and that's the forecast tonight too, with minus 30. It's got way up to minus 17 today, which was actually quite nice.
Minus 17? You say minus?
That'll be just below 0 F, I think. I think that's about minus 15 or so.
Wow. Cold.
Yeah, it's pretty cold. Pretty cold.
It's 80 here today.
Be warmer next week.
Yeah.
Be warmer next week.
I think it got up near 50 here.
Huh?
Good day to go shoveling.
I have the pleasure of having Dr. Jamie Ellis in next week.
Nice.
That's awesome, Brad. I love listening to him.
Yeah. I've listened to him a lot, and I'm really looking forward to meeting him.
Yeah, you're in.
He puts on a pretty good talk, Brad.
Yeah. What we did was the provincial convention is next weekend. Well, yeah, Friday, Saturday, and so I asked him if he would speak to my regional association on the Thursday night, and he said, "Yeah, no problem." So we've set up a room and got everything coordinated. So he's going to come in. He's coming in on Wednesday. So I'm taking him out to dinner on Wednesday, and then Thursday we're having the talk. So I'll get to hang out with him a bit. Looking forward to that.
Nice.
Yeah. I think I'm under the impression he's just a really great guy.
He keeps it pretty. He don't get too Rudy snooty high talk above your head. He keeps it pretty.
And this is one of the reasons that I was excited to have him speak to the regional association, because we're like, the provincial association is all commercial, right? And we're hobby to sideliner level of operations, And so I know for a fact, like, he can speak to almost anybody. He can speak to absolutely the most academic. He can speak to somebody that doesn't even have bees yet, right? And everybody in between. So I thought, well, that's perfect, because that's a kind of a challenge with our association, is we have that whole gamut. We have people who maybe even don't have bees or first year sort of thing, and then we have people who've been beekeepers for 50 years, have 2 colonies, and then we have beekeepers like me, been beekeeper for 10 years and got 200 colonies, right? And so a whole range of different profiles of members. And so we have to, our education committee does a good job to keeping everybody interested, to have presentations and education speakers and whatnot for, their particular paradigm. I'll put it.
Well, I think it's that time of the evening where I'm going to have to start whipping up some.
JW, did you have something you're going to ask Todd?
I seen JW writing something down. I figured it was something to ask Todd.
I'm going to make some stink bug chili tonight, I think.
Stink bug chili. That sounds really good, Todd.
All right.
Jump out of the kitchen when one croak comes crawling across the floor now.
I wasn't scared of it. It just startled me. I didn't know what it was. I thought you were throwing something at me, like rocks. I don't know.
Well, if you ever pick one up, you'll know it all day.
Well, I tell you, I couldn't pick it up.
There's no danger of him picking one up, I can tell you. My truck, and he jumped clear out of the truck.
By the time I had a chance to grab at it, JW had already grabbed it and popped it in his mouth. I didn't have a chance.
He was going to let it get away. Wasn't going to wait to the east. It was good. I like him.
Hey, JW, do you think he's been hanging out in California a little too long?
No.
I don't know either.
I think he's been hanging around some of those Libbies out there around town.
Maybe he goes to too many of them garden club meetings with some of them old gals.
Yeah, bless his heart. Get him out here and get him show what it's like out here in the real world.
JW, you could bring him back to the farm, toughen him up in about a week or so, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hey,
a week.
Hey, Brad, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
The video that I put out this morning, I put a link of your story frame video in there.
Okay.
Did it notify you?
I didn't see a notification.
Okay, I should have tagged you in there too. I think it used to, if you took another person's video and put it, put a link to it, it used to notify that person that you did that. So anyway, this morning's video has got a link to your story frame. I use it just for letting them make what they want to make on each side of it, but you do it that plus more reasons. So I sent that out.
I'm just going back through my notes. So that was this morning.
There's and the one I linked was story on the story frame, I think, or something like that.
Story on the story frame, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going back on my notifications.
Hey, Doug, you playing video games?
No, that was my phone ringing.
Do you think he plays video games?
On his phone, I think he does.
I doubt it.
You never know these days.
Hey, you talking to me?
Yes, sir. I said JW.
No, I didn't hear you. I'm eating tapioca pudding. That's my favorite.
I see the notification where you uploaded it, but that's all, Joey.
Okay.
If you put, let's see, I think you have to put in the description at that bee man.
Yeah.
In the description.
I was actually going to do that too, but I know it used to when you linked somebody's channel.
Oh yeah.
YouTube used to notify that person.
Nobody's ever linked my channel before, so I wouldn't know.
That's the second time I've used that one, I think.
Hmm.
I linked it last year.
That was when I was cleaning deadouts and I was all out of breath trying to explain the thing.
And I'm going to link it again on my next video too.
Well, thanks, buddy. I should look at my my analytics to see if it's making a difference.
Probably not. Not with my little channel. You got more than I do.
Well, I don't know. It tells me everything, so.
Well, I better get going.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay,
JW was
God.
going to ask you something. Me and Brad got talking.
When are you coming back to Missouri?
What's that?
When are you coming back to Missouri?
I don't know. At some point. I need to buy some property in Shannon County.
Shannon
County, yeah. South Central. Yeah.
You know, another answer to that problem, Todd, that you were talking about.
Mhm.
If they're gonna charge, and they use a weight too, don't they? If it's over a certain amount, it even goes up.
Yeah.
If they're gonna charge, just charge overall, even for your carry-on bag.
Yeah.
And that'll make people go ahead and say, "Hey, I've just put it below," you know.
Yeah.
Charge for all of it.
They've created the problem, you know. That makes that makes their flights late, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
You should see the-
And they used to overbook all the time. They would overbook like 10 seats over.
They still do, Joey.
Yeah, they do. It's a mad dash. People
can hardly get on in the plane. They can hardly get loaded for people trying to get oversized pieces of stuffed up in that carry-on.
Yeah.
When I was working in New York, one of the guys that we were staying with from Baton Rouge, he'd always get his ticket real early, just as early as he could. And he wasn't in no rush to get back home, but he'd get that ticket at the prime time, and he'd go sit at that airport, and he knew they was going to overbook, and they was going to have a lot of people show up.
Oh, I know where you're going.
He'd sit back, and they would end up offering him
Take the money.
the next flight free and double the money he paid for that one. He's walked away from there tripled sometimes because they need to get people somewhere.
They did that too on that flight out of St. Louis. Not only did they tag a bunch of carry-ons, they also offered people, hey, if you don't want to, you know, if you don't have any, you know, time restraints on your travel, for you, I think it's $350. But I don't know.
So Joey, I checked my stats. In the last 90 days, I've had 5 views on that video, and 2 of them were today. So you're making a difference, my friend.
All right, I've been saying goodbye for 7 minutes. I got to go.
You still here?
That's not bad. Hang in there. I'm still thinking.
Just text it to me. I gotta
I
go.
don't do that. That's for kids.
Yeah.
Well,
You want to talk to people, get on the phone and talk to them.
oh well, call me then.
Yeah.
That's for kids.
I don't like to take the time out of my day to waste it.
Well, you called me with the question and I'll answer.
Okay, good night.
All right, I'll see you guys later. Have a good weekend.
See you, Todd.
All right, bye-bye.
See you, Todd.
See you, Dad.
Is that Melissa?
You hear my phone, don't
Are we calling Todd?
That's one of my fellow.
I was trying to talk to you. You didn't answer the phone. Doggone it.
We don't make much money, but we sure have fun.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all another little story. And I told my wife and my son, I said, sometimes God's helping you when you don't know he is. I was trying to mow this morning. Got junk starting to grow up in my grass. I was starting to try to mow. I made like 2 passes and the drive just shut down on that 0 turn. It wouldn't go nowhere. I said, what in the world is going on with this thing? Tom probably knows where I'm going already.
Mhm.
I stopped and I pulled the seat up and I look at it. I see the belts all there. And I just naturally took the caps off the little oil reservoirs. Them suckers are empty. Now, I ought to be ashamed of myself to even say that out loud to anybody. But I used to let the people that sold me the mower every year, I would take it to them a couple times a year and they would do maintenance on it, going through the whole thing. And they closed down. They retired and closed down. So I've kind of neglected taking it anywhere. When I checked that, I said, oh man, this sucker's low on drive oil. So I go get some of that and I put it in there before I try to do anything else. So I filled them back up to the line, cranked it up, and it still wouldn't go nowhere. I said, well, there's got to be something else. So I lay down on the ground and get to looking. In the back pulley under the engine, the belt had jumped off, but you couldn't tell that by just looking under the seat. You could see it on all the other pulleys. I put it back on there and got it all going, and it all worked great. And I told my wife, I said, that was really a blessing. And I just didn't realize it. She said, how's that? I said, I was about to run those pumps dry. And if I ran them dry, that would have been a lot of money. I might as well get another mower, as old as that thing is. So he took care of me. What he did, he put a stick through up in there. And when that belt run over it, it broke that stick off and a chunk got hung up in that pulley. And I guess when it made that second pass, it just threw that belt off. So that kept Joey from running dry gears in that
Thank goodness.
Yep.
I'm guilty of that. Not running it a bit low. That's not good for it, but
yep. I've never really had it get that low before. Like I say though, I've always took it at least twice a year and let the lawnmower shop go through it and just do what they got to do.
My maintenance guy isn't very good because you're looking at him.
Obviously, mine isn't either. You should never let one get that empty. I mean, it's got a high and a low line on it.
Oh yeah, mine's a little dipstick in the back. You gotta actually pull the dipstick.
I've always checked the engine oil, always, but I've never had to really deal with that. Like I say, that's something they did. Well, there you go. Yep, I would imagine so.
I got a little tiny leak in my power steering cylinder up front, and I can see it, little drops on the garage floor. So that's where my hydrostatic fluid is going out.
Might as well get another mower as old as it.
Hey, Melissa, come down here. I wanted to see, you need to show me how to tag a video in here. Michael Mahard has sent me a video that might be interesting to everyone to see what they had done in some of his frames.
Just to keep that bee related, I use that same mower to mow my bee yard.
Thanks for tying that in. Yeah, Mike was in his yards this morning or today.
So he is some of this one.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I would imagine so.
Good thing
you know how it is, Brad. You step, you think your foot's on the ground, and then you go to pick the other one, you drop 4 or 5 more inches, and
I've taken out a knee doing that.
I got 1 yard completely done.
What'd you say? Did he what?
I got into
Did he wake you up?
2 more
Yeah,
yards.
she's sleeping.
I was
I'm
not
sorry.
asleep.
I'm sorry, Mike. We're talking over you.
You got
was
three
that?
'Cause I'm talking
conversations going on. Yeah. Come on, Mike.
Sorry, I didn't mean to talk bees.
You didn't mean to talk bees or anything.
No, just ignore us, Mike. Keep on going.
No, it's all right. I'll wait.
I wish I had that plow truck when I went into my out yard.
Huh.
You
That would've
wouldn't have
been nice.
enjoyed it in the 3rd yard. I got stuck.
Oh, did you?
I slid into my own snowbank. So I'm looking, the door, the snow was to the bottom of my window. I can't open the door. I have to get a shovel and try to shovel out the window to open the door.
Oh,
It looked like I was paddling a canoe.
I was picturing Mike squeezing out the window with that half done.
No, I cleaned the passenger side out and decided I was going to go out the other door, which was in an open area.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized I'm not as nimble as I thought I might be.
I can't even get up off the ground, much less crawl out the window of a vehicle.
Oh, you and me
Well,
both,
after
Michael.
about 10 minutes of shoveling out the window, I was able to open the door to go up halfway to my waist and start shoveling the whole length of the truck and get the tires out. And I ended up backing out of there. It's because I wasn't trying to rip up their lawn. If I had had
Yeah.
lawn parts, I wouldn't have been stuck at all. But there was close to 2 feet of snow in there. Pretty hard pack.
I'm always surprised those plow trucks can do what they do, even without chains or something.
I tell you, the Suburbans are heavier than most trucks because all the glass
Yeah, probably.
and the extra seats and stuff, and
Right.
it's very well balanced.
My diesel would probably do well doing that because empty, that truck weighs 8,500 pounds.
But do you have the weight in the back?
Well, when it's empty, you could put freight in the back.
Well, I can. I have my clarifier that I bought.
So
I haven't
you're
unloaded
saying,
it yet.
are you saying that it's more advantageous to have the weight in the back?
No, it's evenly weighted. It's got both
Yeah.
good weight in the
Well,
front.
I
And
can
in the
balance
back.
it out because that Cummins weighs about 1,000 pounds in the front.
Oh no, they're good, except for when
So
you
I
go
can-
up and over a
so I can put
snowbank.
Freight
and that
in the back
Cummins
to
sinks.
yeah. So you put
Never-
the freight in the back, stick some chains on it, probably wouldn't. stop very easily.
I had a Chevy, just a single cab, and I tried to get them to plow up at my camp. It was probably 2 or 3 feet of snow. And he said he couldn't make it in there. So I put my plow on my snowmobile trailer and bought all 4 of my gripper chains. Took me 1 hour to go a half a mile, but I got in there. It was just like having a skidder.
So you had it on a Chevy Suburban?
That was on my Chevy pickup truck.
Oh,
But my plow's on a Suburban
yeah.
right now.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
So
I
you
guess
can bring
know,
the
Mike, that's an
plow.
oxymoron, Chevy and Suburban.
That's one of my favorite vehicles, a Suburban on Tahoe.
Or GMC.
Yeah.
I never liked plowing with a diesel truck, honestly. I like the gassers a lot better. You know,
Why
when
is
you
that?
when you have a salter on the back, and that salter becomes empty, the box itself only weighs about 800 pounds because we use a couple of poly salters, or you guys might call them sanders. I don't know.
Yeah.
Up north, when that thing gets emptied out, you have the compounding weight of plow hanging out the front, which is about 1,000 pounds, and that you're roughly on a diesel engine 800 to 1,000 pounds, depending on what it is. So now you have less weight to counter the back.
Yeah, you definitely need freight back there to
Yeah.
balance it out. Yeah. Yeah, and if you got the sander, then you can't add additional, and that sand's going to disappear after a while.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you get this sounds kind of silly, but when you're moving back and forth quickly on a big parking lot, going back from reverse to drive or whatever, you get that turbo lag when you're trying to take back off again, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but when you're on a parking lot for 4 hours or 5 hours, it does make a difference. That was always my reason. If you're just plowing subdivisions in a straight line, it probably doesn't matter a whole lot, honestly, but on parking lots, it's a little more cumbersome.
I've never done it. I have no experience. I can only imagine what it's like.
At the end of the day, that's small detail, though.
I'm just, I started because I'm just always amazed that, plow trucks work at all, right? But I mean, they do, and I don't even see a lot of them with chains, so that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I would say the biggest key for us is having extremely good tires on there.
Yeah.
So we usually will cycle out tires right before the winter.
Yeah.
I can usually get about 2 years out of a set, and then they're getting a little bit lower, and we usually just cycle them off there and put brand new tires on. I never really seen the benefit of scrimping on $1,000 for tires because if you get hung up with a sucker and a plow on, you're probably spend about that being pulled out of an area and having it towed off.
What do you like for tires for that?
On as far as cost,
what brand, make and model kind of thing?
Yeah, so I'm running 3/4 ton pickup trucks, and we're using 10 ply. There's a brand out there called Hercules.
Okay.
It's always been really well for us. We've never had any problems with them.
That's what I got on my fifth wheel now.
Yeah, they seem like they've worked well. Sometimes when you find something that works really well, you just kind of stick to it. You
can run a higher pressure in those.
Oh yeah, we run 80 psi in the truck tires.
Have you used, Tom, just as a comparison, have you used on my truck right now, I've got BF Goodrich KO2 all-terrain.
I have never used that brand specifically now.
Okay. I just wondered. Because I mean, I haven't used the Hercules, so I can't compare. But boy, those KO2s grab.
Sure.
Amazing.
Well,
expensive. They're like $350 a piece.
Yeah, I'm not spending quite that much.
Certainly a lot of money.
Yeah. I used to have a friend.
And the thing about them is, just to finish that off, in this part of the world, we look for the thing. You have that little symbol on there that's a little mountain peak with a snowflake on it. And that tells you that the compound that the tire is made out of is a winter compound. So it doesn't get hard when it gets cold.
Yeah,
it still stays softer and a little grippier. So I don't know if the Hercules is a winter rated tire that way.
I don't know if it specifically has it on there, but it is definitely an all season. That's for certain. And it's an all terrain. It's not a mud terrain or anything like that. So
all terrain.
It's not a perfect tire for the highway only. It's not a perfect tire for mud. It's that somewhere in between.
That's these KO2s. They're pretty good on the highway. Like they're not noisy. They're not rough and anything like that. They're a very nice tire.
Yeah.
For everything highway, street highway, off road kind of thing. Really nice tire.
Yeah. I don't like a lot of tire noise when I'm driving. It drives me absolutely nuts.
Yeah. No.
Something that's like that wouldn't work well for me.
Well, I'm going to have to get out of here, gentlemen.
Nice to see you, Keith.
Good to chat.
I was glad you come in, Keith.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, Joey. Thanks for having me. Y'all keep them bees happy and don't fight the trend. Don't look at the calendar. Look at the bees.
Yeah.
Well, go look at the calendar.
I wish I could see my bees. I just see a snowbank.
We'll see y'all later.
Appreciate you.
Hey, Joey, are you interested in me playing this video that Michael has sent?
Oh, yeah. Can you play it or you want me to click on it?
I don't know if I can play it or not. I don't think so. I think
you
have to do it.
Yes,
I get it. Here we go. You ready?
Yes, sir. Oh, you know what? I got to click on it myself here.
Yep, you do.
Is there no sound on this?
I don't know.
Looks like you have the sound turned off.
You're a foundationless person and you'd like to run your bees that way.
Start it over.
I have a
Pull
few
it back.
on the side of overwintered.
I got it, Melissa. Stay up there.
So it's February the 20th.
Get out of here,
I want to
lady.
tell you something about
These
cutting
rookies.
times. So they're listed on our website as foundationless/cut combs. Because if you're a foundationless person and you'd like to run your bees that way, you can. I have a few in this hive of overwintered I want to show you what that looks like.
Ooh, oh, nice.
Of course, I can't see my screen. Hopefully it's in focus. But you can see they decided they wanted honey here. And they just foundationless and drew off all their own workers. And depending on if they wanted passageways, they put it on one side of the bar or ran it through the support bars. Flip it over. You can see. So this came out of a hive with standard 5.4 bees in it. Mostly, there's some small cell frames, but it's mainly standard bees. So that foundation size is based off their body. So the size that they free drew on the foundationless is basically a standard size cell as well. If you ran all standards in it and did this, then you'd get more of a 5.4 cell. If you ran nothing but small cell bees and put some in and let them draw and lay on it, you get something closer to the 4.9 cell. So I'm going to show you that.
Hey.
That's pretty cool.
So it's February the 28th. And I want to show you something about it.
That was it, wasn't it? Tom, you muted.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Does he have those in deep frames too, like that?
He does not.
Okay.
So,
I
yeah,
bought mediums, and usually the only time I use mediums, sometimes I'll stack on a double deep a couple medium boxes, but most time I'll put a third deep and then a medium on top of that when I need more room. But I may put a medium with these 10 I bought, put a medium on top of my strongest hive first over a queen excluder to get that combed honey.
Yeah.
Now back to what I was asking you. I don't remember if you answered that or not. Do y'all cut that whole square out and put it in a container, or do you like cut that in half or something?
So
what do y'all do?
Joy, I think Charlie's is.
Huh? Do what? JW?
See if Charlie is wanting in. Looks like to me Charlie's trying to get in on your.
Oh, I didn't hear him come in. Let's see.
He is? I don't see him.
There he is. I didn't even hear it click or beep. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah, I'm looking
Sorry
out
about
for you,
that.
Charlie. These guys get to blow and they don't know what's going on.
Blowing?
You have to text me if I don't see you.
You know, Joey, this is typically the size, the 4x4s that we use.
Okay.
But we did purchase a whole box of 2x4s. So in the past, we've only done the 4x4s. But this year, we're planning on doing a lot of 2x4s. And actually,
well, that's kind of what I want to do is maybe 2x4s.
Well, I would say for profitability, you'll do better with the 2x4s, and that's my goal. We're going to do both, but I'm gonna build probably more 2x4s. So when you asked about cutting it out, ideally that's what we would do. Last year I threw I bought 2 boxes of those from Michael, and the bees took to them immediately. The problem that I had is this last year was an extremely poor year for comb honey, because we all know that in order to make very, very nice comb honey, we have to have a strong and consistent flow with an extremely strong population of bees. Well, the population of bees was not a problem. The problem that I had was my flows did this the entire time. And that's really hard to get them to draw out something that's really beautiful and cap it off. So they had gotten it mostly drawn out, and it was a little bit darker nectar that they had brought in, which was late spring for us. And then what happened is the nectar flow flatlined, and they didn't finish it. And I had, I don't know how many frames, several frames, 4 or 5 of them that I had thrown in some boxes that I couldn't use. So because they weren't all capped off or finished off, I just cut them all out, pushed them out into the tank, and then let them drip out, and ended up scrapping them basically. So it wasn't the frame itself. It was my nectar flow, which
See, Michael's got this posted right here. what I'd planned to do was I've got a bunch of mediums that's drone comb, and I'm going to put one in the middle of that drone comb. Is what my plan is. That way they'll draw it out right.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend sandwiching it in between some already drawn frames for sure. I have had that before with some open frames.
Yeah.
Where they cross comb the entire box, which as a
Yeah.
single unit, it looked absolutely gorgeous. But for marketing individual pieces, yeah, I was not happy about it, but that was my fault.
So the reason I was asking him if he run 9 frames, he's saying alternate, right? Is that my experience when I run a foundationless frame between 2 drawn frames, like empty drawn frames, put that all together, and before the honey flow, put it in there, that they will, of course, draw or fill the drawn frames more quickly, and they'll start drawing those drawn frames out, and then the foundationless frame ends up being pretty thin.
Yeah.
And I just wonder, what do you do? Do you run 8 frames to give it more space, or what? What do you do there?
He kind of answered that. Let's see.
Said he's running 9 frames.
Yeah, see, between capped frames.
Yeah.
From drawing fat.
The flow's not long enough to do that. By the time they're capped, then the flow is not going to be strong enough to
unless you
draw
just pull
good
a frame out of the way or something. That might be what you'd have to do is pull one frame out and stick that one in there, maybe.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work. And I'm always well, because comb isn't my focus for my business. I try to make it as as trouble free and hands off as possible. So it's just kind of capped frames. I get that, and I wonder
what you have to do. Then they usually start filling in the middle first.
Yeah.
So maybe after they cap the 2 in the middle, spread it out and put that one in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I what's really weird is I've produced a lot of comb honey in the last 10 years, and it seems that the more I try, the worse it goes. It was just kind of a fluke when I started, and then I thought, oh, okay, we'll do this, and the more I try to learn about it, and the more I try to help them along, the worse it gets. So it's like, this is the problem. This guy right here is the problem. I mean, obviously, but I don't know what to do about that.
We just get in the way, right, Brad?
I wonder if anybody here ever run Ross rounds? You know how the Ross rounds are made? They have that disc that sits right in front of the comb, and I think that kind of makes a wall so that they will build it out and then they'll stop there. So I was thinking about that theory. I wonder if you could put a foundationless frame in and then put follower boards maybe each side of that. I mean, the little buggers would then start building comb in the follower board probably.
Yeah.
But as a wall, right? So that they'll maybe build that out toward this wall that's actually a follower board. I wonder if that would work. Well, I mean, I need to try it, right?
Yeah, that's a good question.
And every year I can only try it once.
That's right.
And then it's the next year. And then by the next year I forget what I'm trying to try.
Yeah.
Yeah, after you mess up, you say, "Oh yeah, I was going to do this time."
And then it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's saying a week and a half, fill a super in a week and a half. You know, my main flow is 2-3 weeks, right? So
when our tallow kicks in, I can pull a box off that's capped, spin it out, and put it back on. My record is 8 days. They fill that box back up.
Wow.
And cap it again. Now, I don't think they brought that much in that 8 days. I think they moved a lot up in 8 days and recapped it. That's just my opinion. But
now he's talking about sometimes feeding extracted honey back to that hive. I did that one year, and I maybe didn't do it right. I can't say that it really helped me very much.
Yeah.
Okay. So Clay says going to try Gus Mitchell's technique.
Which technique?
What's that?
Yeah,
So-
which one? Because he's got a couple.
Gus will take a wooden
I
frame,
need another 100 hives.
and then he'll use thin surplus as a starter strip on there, and it's
Right.
not typically that long from the top down. And then he will set that strip inside there, and he'll take some liquid beeswax on a little bent spoon, and
Yeah.
he tips it like this, and then when he
Yeah.
pours it in, it runs down a little bit, and he'll do it a couple
Yeah.
times. And then you got to make sure it's nice and straight. Set it back in there, and you got to leave them setting straight up. If you leave them any sorts of way, that thin surplus will curl, it'll
Right.
lay, do all sorts of weird things. And you can't do it too, like you couldn't do it, the fall before. You really need to do it not long before you're getting ready to set them out there. I think that's the key as well. But he doesn't use
maybe
the
have to
whole
try that.
piece inside the frame. He just uses basically a starter strip is what he does.
Yeah, that's what I don't want to use. Foundation in my comb honey. So,
Same.
but a starter strip would be okay.
If you think about it, the texture of that
talking
thin
about.
surplus.
What Brad was talking about when he talked about the story frame before, he's even talked about quartering that half and pull it out to the side. And that way he puts that up in his honey box, and they'd make a good honeycomb in the middle.
I did that last summer.
Yeah.
I ran those. The problem was it was a really terrible flow last summer. So it was a bad test.
Yeah, you gotta
I
have
think
a
it
good
worked.
flow going.
I think it worked pretty good. So I might try that again this year.
You
now
tried
those-
that on any mediums, or you just use all deeps?
Those were all deeps, and so maybe I should try a few mediums that way. Because if I can get more frames drawn with one section in the middle, that's great.
Yeah.
Because if they're not gonna draw it properly and cap it and everything, it's going to be on the outside generally, the outside or the bottom. So a medium with in the center probably gives me the best chance.
Yeah.
Um,
Would agree. And I think that's what Clay is talking about. He said he also moves the frame each week too, or every week.
What do
Trying
you
to-
think, Charlie?
What's that?
What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I don't get enough flow here to do any of that kind of stuff. As far as doing any combed honey.
Uh-oh, here
I
she
got
comes.
something- I got something to show you real
fired
quick.
up. Here,
Uh-oh.
I'm going to go ahead and cut us off. Thanks, guys. I'll see.
I got something to show you. You guys were talking about the comb. Oh my gosh. Putting the foundation, the wax foundation in the frame with the starter strip or whatnot.
Yeah.
So you got to weld it in, right? That's always a pain for me. So I saw Richard Noel a few years ago use this thing that he had wax in, and he was pouring it in the seam of the frame to weld foundation in. I'm like, where? I couldn't find it anywhere. And I finally found it on Amazon, and Lappy sells it. And it's this little thing. It's water jacketed.
Looks like a crack pipe.
Yeah, it does.
I could get arrested to have that.
Yeah.
So you pour your water in here, and I just heat it on my I have a double burner little thing I set on my counter down here in my bee workshop. Anyway, water in here, put it on the burner, warms up the water, put your wax in here, melts down, hold your foundation in your frame, and then you can just dribble.
Actually, no, you just said it opposite.
But anyway, you can just pour.
Yeah.
It just comes out of there really slow.
Oh,
Well, I made some of them one year, and it got so hot that it turned loose and fell.
Yes, it's a lot. But this was not even. I got it off of Amazon, but it's sold by Lappies on Amazon.
That's pretty cool.
But I think it fits probably at least 5 ounces of wax in here, maybe.
I could hear myself now, but Ossifer, it's not what it looks like.
It's for cooking wax. Yeah, sure it is.
But you know what else this is good for? Pouring exact weights into candle molds when you're working for the honey show. So just saying, just saying.
She just gave JW a gold nugget for his next honey show entry. Gosh, that was a freebie, bud. That's sarcasm. JW would probably never enter a honey show.
I told you, Joey. I told you she was the one.
Yeah. Did y'all get a pen from Apis?
Oh yeah, those are the best pens.
I didn't know it when he gave it to me, but it's got a little level on it.
Hold on, take the end off. There's a little screwdriver in there.
Oh no, he didn't tell me that.
Okay, pop the eraser off.
Pop the eraser off.
I think it's the eraser side. Maybe pull the eraser out. I forget now. I don't have mine with me.
You're gonna make me break it.
He just wants you to break your pen.
Yeah. No, I promise you, there's a little bitty piece in the end. I can go get mine if need be. Does the eraser pop out, or the end comes off, or one of the two? There's a little bitty screwdriver. When you pull, shake it back and forth, you hear something tapping in there.
Yeah, but I don't know where to pull.
I can go grab mine because I'm
not breaking the only pen I have out here.
Oh, I got a handful of them.
I don't see it. But anyway, I went through all his gloves trying on, and I found the perfect pair. And I told him I want to buy some, and he said you have to order them. After I went through all that, but
did you
know
try?
What's going to happen if I ordered that size? It's not going to fit me right when it gets here. So
Was that the guy at EMBA?
Yeah.
I tried them gloves on. I didn't. They're so bulky and.
Yeah, I like the goat ones. The goat ones felt pretty good.
I went across the what's that lady's name? Tom Isabel
Isabees.
Isabee. Is her name Izzy?
Nope, her name is Jane.
Jane.
Right there at the end.
Let me see.
And the screws on. Right here.
Well, you didn't say screw it off.
Well, I knew something.
Pull it off.
So you have a little level right here.
I got you now, yeah.
You have a ruler.
Oh,
right there.
You got a Phillips and a.
Yeah. So if you unscrew the end, right there.
Yep, you got a Phillips and a regular.
It's actually magnetized as well.
You know who invented that Phillips screwdriver?
You?
Philip did.
No.
Man, I almost told you that.
Actually, you know, I'm just looking at something.
Well, guess who invented the Robertson screw?
Well, hey, here's something else too. If you look at the end of this, Joey, so where you have your, your pen, you can screw the one side from the tail.
Oh, back on there, huh?
Look, you can screw it on there, so you can still use this as a stylist. And you have this.
That's like a MacGyver pen.
I know, right? So you can order these online.
Is it right upside down, like a spaceship pen?
Upside down?
No, like a space pen. Is it right in zero gravity? Go to your zero gravity room and see if it'll work right.
Yeah, I don't have one of those, unfortunately.
You don't?
No.
I thought everybody had one of those.
Only the Canadians. But yeah, pretty cool little pen, Apis Tactical.
Yeah, he didn't say that to start with, Roy.
Now everybody unscrews, Joey. Yeah, now that we all know.
Yep, they're pretty nice.
Yeah, but I found the gloves that I wanted to get, but I'm scared to order them. They're not. All gloves are different. Every pair of gloves you get are different. That's something I want to buy and try on. Said, all right, I'll take these.
Hey, Brad, send me your through Messenger. Send me your address, and I'll send you a pen and something. You can have one of these. I got a few of these.
Oh, no kidding.
And then you can try it in your zero gravity room. Okay.
Okay, I will. I'll let you know.
Or
Awesome.
just give it to JW. JW will email it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Brad will get the full use out of it then.
Yeah.
They don't go through.
Email me a picture of it.
Yeah.
It'd probably be a blue
See?
pen time it got to it.
Roy gets it.
That's right. Too many Seinfelds. Oh, hey, do you see? I don't know if you threw this up there or not. Look at Brian Flower Street Farms comment.
That bee pen.
Oh, yeah.
I am definitely not it, Brian. But I'll tell you what, Brian, if you don't have one, I'll send you one, and then you can make your own video and sit and share it with us. That could be fun. You know what? I hear Brad. Brad's purring there.
Yeah, it's not me.
It's your
this
buddy.
old fella.
That's
this
right.
old guy.
He discontent can be.
Yeah.
How old is that one, Brad?
He turned 19 last November.
He's an old man.
Yeah, he's well into his 20th year.
I don't know how old she is. We got an old cat that came by here and adopted us. All the grandkids call her Minnie. I just call her Mama Cat. She had several litters. But I feed her on a table on the porch where dogs can't mess with her while she's eating.
Mm-hmm.
And she's getting to the age now where if she don't really focus, she can't make it to the top of that table.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start picking her up for long. Put her up.
I've got a little stool down here in front of my chair that he jumps up on so that he can get up on the arm of my chair. So he does not want to let go of that hand. It's like, you're not going anywhere with that hand. But he's pretty good. They say he's got a lot of health problems, but boy, he's doing pretty good. He's quite deaf. Can't really hear a lot. I think he can see okay though. Bad heart and bad kidneys and all that, but still going.
So the Apis didn't work for you, Charlie?
I tried all the different styles that guy had there, and they were rigid. You know, I think some of them were cowhide, which is like real rigid, and
They're real tough.
I went across the hallway to that Isabee's, which is a local supplier, and she had those goatskin buckaroo.
Goatskin.
The buckaroo really, or whatever they call them, you know, that I always buy. And she had a one medium pair. I said, I need to get another one. And so she said, her husband will be bringing one in. I said, all right, fine. And I think they were like $15.25 a piece or something.
That's not bad.
I thought that was pretty good price last time I bought them. And I went ahead and bought 2 pairs of them since I was right there. And then I won my, I haven't tried it out. I got to get it out, put it in my truck is the, what's it called? The Amish Leather Works. They had the Hive Tool holster.
I started to see if you want to sell that.
I got to try that out. It looks like the nicest one.
Yeah.
And I won that on the raffle ticket thing. I
didn't even come close to any of them.
Really? I come close to a couple of them. I got that. I actually put $5 worth of tickets into that Speedville. And yeah, I tried that on. I didn't see where the dexterity of it was terrible.
Well, he has a couple different ones. These are a little bit thicker. But he gave Melissa and I a pair, I don't know, a year or so ago, and you can still see they're still in the bag. I have the shorter ones, and I use those kind of like a work glove. But yeah.
How long is the sleeve on that one?
I don't know.
That's is that the cow? Is that the leather or?
Yeah, this is a thicker one.
Yeah, it's probably the cow.
It's definitely a thicker. I think would the pigskin be a little thinner?
Because the ones I like, the goat skinned one, they were real short sleeve on them.
Yeah.
I don't like working with the gloves. I usually try to do barehanded until they get bees get carried away, and then I had to put something on.
Yeah,
In the last couple of videos, I've been barehanded.
I was going to say, Charlie needs the real dexterity with the gloves so that he can pick up queens with his gloves on, and make me yell at my computer while he's doing it.
Gloves and
Here lately, I've been feeding and putting pollen patties on. I haven't wore any gloves.
Good for you.
If it's not hot, I don't mind using those rubber gloves. What do you call them?
Latex gloves?
Nitriles.
Nitrile.
Yeah, nitrile.
Nitriles. Yeah, Uncle Junior,
They
where are
do
you
pretty
buying
good
your
unless it's 90 degrees, and then they fill up with sweat.
Yeah.
That's what you need right there. This is my
Yeah.
favorite. Some extra
They're too
large.
small.
They're the 8 mil, but you have perfect dexterity through them. I keep 4 or 5. I probably got 4 or 5 boxes around here ready for the season to go.
Mine's the blue ones.
The blues. Oh yeah, Melissa uses those for cooking, like when she's handling chicken and stuff like that. She uses those real thin ones.
Somebody told me that Harbor Freight had the heavy grade nitriles.
So Tom,
The heavy ones are black though.
You
Yeah.
cited
Or dark
8.
blue.
You cited 8 mil on those gloves. So
Yes,
how
sir.
does that stack up to the thinnest compared to the thickest you'd find? Like where
Oh,
is
they
that?
make 4 mil and 2 mil.
Yeah, so the really thin ones will when you snag them, they rip really easy, right?
Well, I'm
some of them-
familiar with those, but when I'm looking at the box,
Yeah.
like is 8 as thick as they get, or is it
No,
middle
they
of the
make
road?
9.
Or
Yeah, I think they get a little bit thicker than that, if I'm not mistaken. But 8 mil is fairly thick. I mean, you can grab that finger and pull it, and you're not going to rip the tip off like you would on a 2 mil. If you grab the finger on it, you'll rip the tip off really
I've
easy.
got some of those in my wood shop for doing staining and stuff, and
Oh, yeah.
they rip at the drop of a hat. They just tear.
Mine are
Once
5
you get
mil.
above the 9 mil bread, it's usually a smaller count per box.
Yeah, Brad,
boxes are probably 100.
I would suggest that, Brad, even like these are an 8, if this was a 6 or a 5, it'd work just fine, the same. But I think when you get too thin, they just rip up, because I'm kind of hard on them. I'll go from B yard to B yard, and I'll just rip them off, throw them on the back of the truck, and when I get to the next one, I throw a new set on. I mean, if I'm doing like actual like some type of work where I'm wrestling stuff around and I don't need my dexterity, I don't mind putting on the shorter version of this. It's just
I don't ever desire to wear gloves, but sometimes it's just nice to wear something to keep the whatever you're working with off your hands, the sticky or the dirty or the something,
right.
so that especially you're in your out yard, because now you got to drive home and you're going to get your truck all messy when you're trying to drive.
Yeah.
Of course, I've usually got something to wash up, but still it'd be nice to keep your hands, especially the sticky, the propolis and stuff gets on my hands.
I keep a alcohol pump, not alcohol, but the sanitizer.
Oh,
it helps get a lot of that off.
Oh, it would, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I should try that. I've got quite a bit of that around here.
That's like I take a half a gallon milk jug and keep water in there. And if you get sticky on your hands, you can wash your hands out there in the field.
Yeah. I've generally got water. I've generally got water to drink, so I'll have a little bit of water to wash some sticky off. But, just sometimes I just think, it'd be nice to have some gloves, but I don't like wearing leather gloves.
Yeah. Like you always said, the biggest downfall is, even with it being cooler where you're at, Brad, you're still going to sweat your hands off.
Yeah, they get really sweaty. Yeah.
Yeah. That part is what really stinks, honestly.
Yeah. Do they have powder?
No, those are powderless, but your hands will slip into them easily. I mean, now if your hands are soaking wet, it'd be like trying to put a wetsuit on when it'd be difficult.
Well, one of my problems, like I say, I like to work barehanded, but I injured this thumb, a little tractor accident a few years ago, and it messed my nail up. And for some reason, that thumb, I don't know if it's a nerve damage or what, but when I get a lot of propolis on it, it'll dry that thumb out and it'll go to cracking.
Huh.
But I still like to work barehanded. I just have to try to treat this thumb good when I get home.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's funny how you can kind of get in your own little rhythm with whatever you're a certain hive tool or a style of hive tool or certain gloves or no gloves or you get into your own little niche and it's
and then a heated argument at your bee club meeting for anybody that does it differently.
Yeah. I don't
just
care too
blows
much.
me away.
Everybody's got their own opinion, and you know what?
My hive tool is better than yours, and I can tell you why. Yeah, okay.
Mine's better. I know it is because I ran over it with the truck. I can still use it.
Was it one of these?
Yep. Well, it's kind of like that. It's built just like it, but it's not painted at all.
Brad, what's your favorite hive tool, if you don't mind me asking you?
Maxent J-hook.
A J-hook like this with the thing, or just the other one?
Maxent, standard Maxent J-hook. The
one
one they don't make anymore. It's like the red and silver one, but that's a Chinese J-hook.
Yeah. Well,
that's that style.
Made out of tool steel.
This one got given to us by
the
Midwest Honeybee Expo.
That's a novelty toy. That's not actually a hive tool.
I keep one similar to that in my box. It's got a good sharp edge on it, and it's good for when you're cutting wax, when you're cutting comb off of a frame where they built on the bottom, like in the corn traps. It cuts that comb real good.
Now I have, like last year I decided to try. I've been having a hard time finding a strong hive tool like the Maxent, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've been trying even different styles, even the paint scraper hive tool. And so I think I bought 3 different kinds of those paint scraper ones, and they're nice and strong.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't prefer them management wise, but I do prefer them when it comes to cleaning my equipment.
Mm-hmm.
They're very handy for that.
Yeah.
So, management, give me the J-hook.
Yeah.
And I found that brand that Dancing Bee started to sell. They started to sell 2 new brands. One is made by a local guy here. He's making a really nice hive tool. It's expensive too. But they're also bringing one in from, I think it's Portugal. And this is where my Anglo-Saxon nature comes out. Because the name of it, the brand of it is spelled Jero, and I think probably because it's Portuguese, it's probably said hero, isn't it? But that's the brand of it anyway. And it's a really nice hive tool. It's a little, the thing about the Maxent that nobody gets right is the Maxent isn't knife sharp, right? It's a little blunt, and it doesn't dig into the woodenware.
Yeah.
So all of the others, the Chinese ones, the Hero, all of the others, they're knife sharp. And they have to kind of dull them down a bit to make them work nice. But it's super strong. It's extremely strong. It doesn't bend.
So I'm trying to look up what you're talking about on Dancing Bee's site. I'm not seeing. Maybe they don't offer
Maybe you have to look in Dancing Bee Canada.
Oh, good point. I'm at USA.
They're all,
Let me
they're
look it
only
up
on
here.
apples. Maybe they'll come on that junk stuff.
Dancing Bee.
Yep.
Let's see. Dancing Bee in Manitoba?
Yeah.
Click
Dancing Bee Manitoba. Yeah,
Okay.
I just found it. Joey's not there, so I can't.
I'm here. What you got?
Oh, you're there? I'll share this page then. If I can. There it is.
I'm looking at them right now.
Now that's the paint scraper style, but that's the
one you like?
Well, that's the brand I like.
Okay.
And I like this one for cleaning, but I like the J-hook style, but they make both. And this big one, this is a big hive tool. This thing's probably 11 inches long.
It's really not this big one, is it, Brad?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Holy cow, those are expensive up there, for crying out loud.
Oh yeah, they're expensive.
Good Lord.
What was the price on that one?
Well,
30 bucks.
If it can show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's 30, and
Yeah,
the one,
30
the pink
bucks.
one is 50.
Yeah, there's 50. Yeah. Yeah. But that kind of encourages you not to lose them.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, I've spent a lot of money on hive tools because good hive tools are expensive, but that's okay. I mean, Maxent, they just said, oh, we can't compete with the Japanese. We're not going to make them. You know what? Just increase your price to
Yeah.
whatever price you need to make them, and make them, because we'll still buy them because they're the best hive tool around.
yeah, if it's something you like and you just have to have
You
it.
would buy them, and I would buy them, but there's a lot
Absolutely.
of people
I mean, I'm paying $30 for a Hero hive tool. I would pay $30 for a Maxent, but you can't because they don't make them.
How many Maxims you got left?
How many can I find?
Yeah.
I think I have about 4, but I think I can find 2. They get stuck in a box or under the seat of a truck or something.
Yep. I probably got 12, and I end up going the same old one. It's my favorite that I've had, 15, 20 years.
I had that conversation.
I have 25 hive tools, and today I had to walk to my work van and pull out an old scraper hive tool to pop my tops because they're all at the shop.
I had that conversation with Ian, as we're talking about that hive tool, and I said, I didn't realize they're going out of business selling this Maxent hive tool. I went to the store and they didn't have any. He said, yeah, I knew they were going to stop making them, so I bought all of them. And you Ian Stepler.
Drive up to his place, find them, and then take them.
Yeah. Just every time I go, just take one, eh?
That's right, just one. I just think he's losing them.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So no wonder I couldn't find my hive tools. You took them all.
That's right.
But you know what the irony is? The Chinese hive tools, before Maxent stopped making them, the Chinese hive tools were about half the price.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now the Chinese hive tools are the same price as the Maxents were. So, you that wouldn't pay more for the Maxent, you did it to yourself.
Yeah.
So now you pay the same price and you get a crappy hive tool.
Yeah.
You did it to yourself.
Yeah, Eric was mentioning the Hive IQ ones. I seen those, and I think those were like $50 too here in the U.S., which was
the Hive IQ ones are they're strong. They're a beautiful hive tool. They're polished stainless. They're gorgeous. Yeah. I don't like the design. The hook. The hook is like it's a J hook, but the hook is back here. It runs right on my hand right there, and it just doesn't feel natural. I guess if that's what you started with, you might be fine, but they're extremely strong.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Brad. This is a smaller version of what I use.
Oh yeah, the hook up.
I wish that hook was on the other side.
Yeah,
I do.
Mm-hmm.
But would it be better on the other side though? I wonder.
I don't know. I need to just try one and see.
Yeah.
So Joey, was that when John was giving those out?
A couple years ago he was giving. This is a smaller one.
Yeah,
he had,
right.
One year he did the big ones, and one year he did these.
Yeah,
I keep this in the honey hive.
The biggest problem I find with that is that hook it's just not right.
It keeps getting hung up on
right.
It keeps getting hung up on my bee suit, but I blame the bee suit for it because they got such big floppy sleeves.
Yeah, but I don't find where you can use that in the hive very well myself.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, I use that quite a bit.
This one may not be just like the other one I got, but I still got my original one from Hillco that didn't even have his name on there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I watched your video, Joey. You were using that thing, and you did a couple of maneuvers with it, and I thought, hey, that's pretty cool, because that is something that I can't do. I don't really miss it because I can't do it, but I thought, well, that's pretty cool that you can do that with that hive tool.
What I do, I don't even remember.
I don't remember either. I can go through it and find it if you wanted.
Just keep backing up and go watch them all again.
Go watch all my videos again.
You can comment back to it when he finds the the little niche.
I will. I'll
This
do
is
that.
it. And what
I'll
time
go
it
watch
is.
that, and I'll put the timestamp in. Yeah.
Hey, only a beekeeper would pick something like
Well-
that apart. You know what I mean? And be like, hey,
And it's people listen to Hive Tool rants with beekeepers and stuff, but that's your right hand.
Mhm.
And when you get comfortable with that thing, you don't even think about it.
That's right.
It's I told my wife one day, I said, you know what? If I ever lose a hand, just stitch a hive tool to the end of my arm because I'll be fine. Because I can do almost anything with a hive tool.
Yeah, that's funny.
I can't remember what I did, but I think about Brad every time I go in. Just about all of my hives are on rails, and the only ones that I can really work right are the ones on the end, because when you work behind them, you have to reach across that whole beehive
thing
just
like that.
pop the other side.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you're going out there, and if you're not careful, your sleeve's going to drag on the bees, and they're going to get upset with you.
Mm-hmm.
So if I ever redo my yard or set up a new yard, I'm going to set it up different.
Yeah, just work on the side, just like reading a book, like that. So easy.
Everybody has their own little niche on that. Like I was watching Charlie's video the other day, and the one thing I noticed, and Charlie, you mentioned that you got the Amish Leatherworks hive tool holder with the magnets. Yeah. Because the last video you made, you said, hey, I just got back from the EMBA. And then I noticed something. I watched that. You tried sticking your hive tool in your back pocket.
You couldn't get it in there.
You just threw it on the ground. And I was laughing watching that. And I'm like, where is that hive tool holder that he won? Because that's
I kept forgetting.
$50 piece.
And today I went out there and I had to get my scraper and scrape all that propolis and crap on that off of that hive tool. Yeah. And then it would finally go. I think my pockets were full of crap.
Yeah, you kept trying to stuff it or something. Just threw it on the ground, and I was laughing.
I think the person that drew that number had my number, but they called out Charlie's.
That's about like the ones for the darn super filler, that speed filler.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, that was won by a board member. That was the one thing that I bought. I bought like $20. I pulled out a $20 bill, and I said, I want this. I'm gonna put every ticket in the speed fill thing, and it ended up being won by another one of our board members. So I was kind of heckling them just a little bit about it.
Yeah, I think I bought $5 more, and I put all of them into that one thing.
Yep, that's the only. Yeah, it was Bob. Bob Baca is his name. Real nice.
And then
guy.
there was a woman next to me on the next table over. She wanted one of them candle things.
Oh yeah.
She wanted it so bad. And it was like within a couple numbers of hers, I think.
That was what Melissa stuffed a bunch in. Because I've always been a little bit skeptical. Like I've never bought raffle tickets to something that we have held or hosted. Because I'm like, I don't think it looks good if the board member is winning something. But there was some of those things we had this year. Melissa's like, I want that candle holder piece or that dipper. And I'm like, I want that other, well, here, I got one that I just picked up right there.
What was that? Mark Miller won that
speed fill deal.
The hand spinning extractor.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah, well, that Mark Miller won that.
Yeah, he wanted it just for the tank.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact Mark Miller has a 32 Hilco because I ordered it for him and then it delivered to EMBA last year.
He said that'd be a good tank for me, and he got.
He won it. He won it. So yeah, that was cool. We had a lot of good gifts or a lot of good prizes there, didn't we?
They did. There was a lot of good gifts up there.
And you know what? That's compliments of all these great vendors that we have come in.
I said this that a guy from the Louisiana was there. That speaker.
Mm-hmm. Brad, or not Brad. That was Wes. Wes Card.
And me and you talked about it. I hope he takes a lot of what y'all did back to Louisiana.
Well, he told me like 3 times, all within the same day. He's like, man, you guys this, that, and the other. I loved all this. He goes, I'm going to take this all back there. And I'm like, oh, cool.
That was so put together.
Are you talking about the commercial guy?
Yeah, his name is Wes Card. He actually runs. Him and his brother run over 10,000 colony operation.
Big commercial guys.
between Louisiana and New York and Massachusetts or something like that. But
So
yeah,
what's
they're
he going to do? Put on a show down? Put on a conference down there?
Well,
the Louisiana State.
with our Louisiana convention, he's going to take a lot of these ideas that Tom and Melissa used. Let's just say their crew used.
Yeah, the NBA.
And take them back and improve Louisiana's. There was a lot to take away from that. There was a lot to take away from
Louisiana. Is it for the backyard beekeeper or for the commercial guy?
It's a little of both. It kind of got away from the hobbyist for a little bit there several years ago, but it's gotten back to where it's a mix of both, and Wes had a lot to do with that.
Well, the only thing I can have to say that he was supposed to talk about how to get from 10 hives to 500 hives, and he never touched that at all.
Well, that's actually not accurate. I specifically said to him when he was talking about scaling, I said, I need this to make sense for a small operation. And I'm like, me personally, yes, I would love to know how to go from 200 to 1,000 or 1,000 to 5,000 or 10,000. I want to know that information, but that's not the people who I'm educating. And I said, I need this to make sense. And he said, well, I can actually use this talk in a bit of a generic form, and that will just be scaling in general. So I didn't sit in on the whole thing, Charlie. You did, but that wasn't supposed to be the intention, was scaling to 500 or 1,000. So,
yeah, but I guess what I'm getting at is he didn't actually say this is how you do it type of thing.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
He kind of did an overview of how he got his way, how they did it, but not if it was going to be an instructional class, it never touched anything on how to take a person. Hey, I got 20 hives and I want to be at 300 in let's say 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
How do I get there?
I'm pretty sure his
and I say, how do I get there with the business part of it also? I mean, we know how to get there. Yes, we just keep splitting, but we also have to know how to manage and on all this other stuff,
I'll tell you, the second best talk I heard was Kent Williams. I'm gonna say Flower Street was my favorite, but my second best was Kent Williams. Both of his talks. He talked twice. Well, he talked twice that I watched, and I think I even sat and talked to him for a long time in the lobby. That's an easy guy to talk to.
Oh yeah,
and listen to. That's the first time I met the man. I've heard a lot about him and seen a few videos on him. I want to see him again somewhere.
That's who taught me how to graft.
Yeah.
Down in Knoxville, Tennessee, back in, I don't know, 2018, 19, something like that.
He had me laughing.
That's sort of his way. He kind of like tells you how to do it, but then he kind of makes a joke out of it or keeps your attention that way.
Yeah.
So he was saying something about thymol and viruses or the virals. Was it, Tom, did you get out? You were there listening to that, right?
Yeah, I've also heard that before.
Well, was he talking about using thymol externally to kill that, or maybe putting it like in Hive Live juice has thymol in it, where the bees drink it? Would that help kill the viral loads in their gut?
Well, I don't know that that's the case specifically, but what he has mentioned before is, so you may have heard people mention before, say, hey, after I put Apiguard, which the active ingredient is thymol, like you're talking about, on my colony, after the treatment is done, the bees seem to be a little bit more vibrant. That's the idea that everybody talks about. There's a vibrancy about them.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
What he has suggested before in the past to me, and kind of how he describes it, is he says he calls them virals. So I don't know specifically if there's, for a lack of better explaining, let's just say like a viral spore.
Yeah, I had to look the word up and see what he was talking about. I call them
viral
virus.
is something that can be like on your skin. You're going to have, germs and stuff on your skin, or quote unquote virals. And he's suggesting that will actually somehow, how do I explain this?
Kill it.
Yeah, exactly. It will knock that down. So, you can have a, something on your hands, a virus in your hand, but until you get enough dosage, it may not cause you to be sick, and he's suggesting that on the exoskeleton of the bee, that will help to knock those down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I used Apiguard this year for the first time, and my issues were, I was very cautious with it because, and I wasn't really, I'm listening to Benny and all them about the temperature ranges and the dosage range in relationship to the temperature range. So I'm going to read it basically, because of my temperature fluctuating from week to week, from high to low to high to safe levels. It drawed that treatment too far out for me, and then it hit me in my brood rearing for winter bees. I had to back off on my sugar water in order to get enough brood area for them to build up and everything. So my plans is to just cut it back to 25 grams a week and do 4 weeks straight, and I think I'll be safe temperature wise up to 95 degrees.
So I would, this is me personally in my experience with it.
Have you got experience with it?
I've been using thymol since we started beekeeping.
Okay.
I have never put thymol in a colony above 90 degrees. And at 90, I'm extremely cautious about that as well. I give them a lot of extra space. And the way I do that is I usually throw an extra box on top of it, so it gives it a more of an off gassing or a headroom, if you will, inside.
Ken even talked about that, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Well, I always have a shim up there, like an 1.5 inch shim.
I would say the more space, in my opinion, the better, because I've used shims before up top, just get enough room up there. But I've also, what I started doing is occasionally when we pull honey supers, that's when I'm testing and I'm putting the treatments on, sometimes in the same day. What I do is but you can also still have occasionally a little bit of a nectar flow where the bees still have a little bit of that. They're still on that comb building stage. You can actually get them to draw out some comb that's in there, especially if you're feeding them still a little bit as a very light sugar syrup. Throw a box on top of there, a feeder in there, and then put that thymol card right on top of the nest area. Let them take that down, and occasionally they'll push up into that box and still build a little bit of comb. Not always.
I also talked to the guy that makes that, the factory rep at Nobby, and he told me that, and I did, that you don't really need to put the screen bottom board thing in there, the cover. You can actually, you can keep that open.
Yeah, I probably don't even have half of mine for my screen bottom boards, honestly.
Yeah, he said that you can leave that open.
Yeah.
Well, didn't Ken even talk about when he was using that thymol, instead of doing a second dose of it, go to OA instead of? Wasn't that him talking about that?
He was talking about the Formic Pro.
Formic Pro, that's what it was. Instead of using it twice, he would use it, and then when it got time for the second dose, instead of doing that, he would do the OA.
Yeah.
There was a discussion on that where it was 24 days, but
yeah.
Actually, Brian talked about that, and seemed like the math didn't quite work out. Now, I don't know whether it was capping of the regular brood or capping. There was some talk about whether it was a capping of the drone brood. I didn't quite get that. I use Formic Pro. I put both pads on and I'm done. But
So
I'm up here. He's down in the deeps. Well, he's out in Kentucky, so I do it in September.
Now, Charlie, you were talking about Dave Westerfeld. He's the guy who reps Vita Health, who supplies Viroxan. They supply Apigard. They do. There's two other products. One of them is the BT 402, the larvicide, and there's one other stronger chemical that they use for miticide. I can't remember what it was. Is that who you're referring to as Dave Westerfeld? When you
Might
talked
have
to
been.
him?
He was sitting at the booth. He was kind of like nobody was going to talk to him, and I stood there. Oh, somebody's actually in front of me,
Yeah.
And I told him what I normally did or what I did and what I was thinking I was going to do. And he agreed with that. And he said, you don't need to put the chloroplast in there. So I think that would give more ventilation to that product. It is heavier than air, so it is going to sink down through the hive. And of course, the bees are going to track that gel through the hive, I think. That's how it works.
Yeah.
I like to see him again and get a little more, pay closer attention and get more clarification.
Hey, Charlie, I just sent you a text message.
Oh, didn't you say that you knew the folks? You just sent me a text message. I can see that here.
Yeah, I sent it to you. You need to contact him.
This guy wants to send me something.
Yeah.
Oh,
you don't know who he is?
Oh, it's Mr. John.
Yeah.
I never knew his last name.
Yeah, Box Deagle.
Yeah, I know. I gave him my card. What's he want? My address?
Well, do you have his number?
His phone number? No.
Well, I'll send it to you then. John, if you're listening, can I send him your number? I'm assuming that he wants you to contact him.
Yeah. He said yes.
There
Okay,
you
I got it. I'll send it.
I had an epiphany while I was driving today, and it doesn't even apply to my beekeeping. It's for all y'all here. So tell me what you think of this idea. It kind of was based on Lewis Bartlett's work with chlorantraniliprole in the pollen patties. So for those who aren't familiar with that work, it's to show that he's worked out a level of that chemical that will kill hive beetle larvae that the beetles lay in the pollen patty, yet it won't hurt the bees. So very effective, because the pollen patty is a really attractive place for the hive beetle to lay eggs and raise larvae. So as soon as the larvae hatch and start eating that stuff, they die. So that's really effective. Okay, so here's the idea. The whole idea why he developed this is so that people in high hive beetle infested areas can actually use pollen patties, because I understand that it's a pretty difficult thing to use in a lot of areas for that reason.
Yeah.
But if a person took a two-pronged approach, I understand that those beetle traps, those beetle blaster or something, and Mike Barry's been showing the Robert Peebles got a special one that works really well to trap the adults. And if you had a product in the hive that was something like a pollen patty but not a pollen patty, if you know what I mean, some kind of a substrate that you can put that chlorantraniliprole on that substrate to entice the beetles to lay their eggs there, then the larva will die. So the beetle trap is collecting the adults. The substrate that you put in with the chemical is killing the larva,
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
you should have a really good control of hive beetle in that scenario.
Definitely.
I didn't just change subject right quick for a second. I didn't know John was in here, but I got a new product for him too. Hey.
Well, that's
Yeah,
that
this
alarm.
is pretty cool.
So I got it.
I could use one of those.
2-stage one.
Nice.
And I also
So-
got from him, and this is some delicious, this is the mild hot honey.
Nice.
That's some good stuff.
So since that idea wouldn't help me at all, you're welcome.
Huh?
It just occurred to me while I was driving. I'm thinking, well, that's a really good way to kill, with that pollen patty. It just kills all the larvae. You just have to take care of the adults. And
Yeah.
Bob
Where did
your
you
uncle.
see that at?
Where did I see it?
Yeah.
In my head,
Oh,
right? Because you got the beetle trap to take care of the adults, which works pretty good, I understand. And the pollen patty, they love to lay the eggs in the pollen patty. So if you could put something in there that's not a pollen patty that's as attractive as a pollen patty to them, that they can lay their eggs in, that is also treated with the chlorantraniliprole, then you're going to trap the adults in the beetle trap, and you're going to kill the larvae in whatever thing it is that you can put in there that's treated with chlorantraniliprole. So you should be able to all but eradicate hive beetle in your hive with those two approaches at the same time.
did you see John's comment to you,
So you got to
Brad?
think on that.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking.
He sent you two.
Oh, you really? You gonna send me one of those? Goodness. How do I send you my address?
Hey, Brad, send it to me because I want to send you something anyway, and then I'll forward it over to him.
Okay, thank
So
you.
send it through Messenger or text, whatever is convenient, and I'll send it over to John, and then I can send John's number to you. I'm certain John doesn't have a problem with that, right, John?
He said yes.
Mr. John's an okay guy, Brad.
Thanks, John.
He is.
That's
I really
wonderful.
like
That's very generous of you.
Hey, Charlie, do you realize who you text back? Look closely.
Well, how am I supposed to? What I got to do? Go to his phone, mobile number, I guess.
Yes. Put his number in your phone and then text that one.
Okay. Well, I'll do that.
I can forward that to him if you like.
You can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I'll just forward it over to him. No big deal.
I just have to put his name and number in my.
I also got some shirts from John, but I don't have them in here to show them. I'll have to do that next Saturday. I might wear one next Saturday.
Hey, John, I just forwarded a text message from Charlie to you. So he's got your information, Charlie.
And I'll give John an out if he doesn't realize that I'm in Canada. So if that's going to cost too much to send, then don't worry about it. I'll appreciate your generosity either way.
We can get it to you if we have to sneak it across the border.
Sneak it across somehow.
Brad, I just sent John your information.
You could, well, I don't know. Is it worth doubling up? Tom, put both in one package?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just going to throw it in the mail to you.
Yeah.
As it is. No
I
big
mean,
deal.
a pen is nothing, but.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple other small things I was going to throw in there for you.
Don says, "How can I send
Thanks,
it?"
buddy.
I guess
How can if you can send it to the post office, that's good.
Yeah,
I sent something to Canada one time, some music or whatever it was. I had to go to the post office, and then you have to write in there on a piece of paper that this is a gift.
Yeah, there's a little declaration, and you're a company, so you could you could class it as a sample, which is what it is, right? And then you have to value it, and I'll coach you. You have to value it. Don't let anybody tell you that value is insurance or anything. It's not insurance. It's the value that I will pay tax and import duties on. So if you think you're going to buy insurance for $200, then I'm going to have to pay, a whole ton of money. So don't value it high.
So Brad, so if I send something, I'll need to fill out a form that says gift. Is that what you're saying?
If it's an envelope, it's no big deal. But yeah, you could just put a gift on it, and then put some reasonable value. If
$1?
It's $5 or no, you know what? I think if it's like $20 or less, they just put it on through.
Well, I'm not wanting you to pay taxes on something that I'm gifting you. That seems very
well. You know what? Even if it's valued at $30 and they charge me tax on it, it's not going to be very much.
Well, I understand that. I just don't like the idea of it.
I've had people send me things, and I put $100 insurance on it, and it cost me like $50 to get across the border.
Yeah, those
right?
backrests,
it's not insurance.
Those motorcycle backrests I used to sell for a guy in South Carolina, all across the country. If it was on the east side of the Mississippi River, it was $10. If it was on the west side, it was $15. If it was Canada, it was shipping plus $30. So it was weird.
That's craziness.
But it's not a tariff.
And again, you can, put some reasonable value. You can, put $20, $25. That's fine. But all I want to get across is sometimes people think, well, I'm going to put a $200 insurance on this. It's not insurance.
Yeah. How close are you to North Dakota border?
Exactly 89 miles.
89 miles.
As the bee flies.
So if we stood at the border and just threw it, think we could throw that far?
How good's your arm?
Not that good.
And it's miles, not kilometers. So
I know.
You know how far that is.
Tell him to paddle down the Red River, Brad.
That's right. JW knows where I am. He could just bring it himself.
Just put it on a balloon and let it float across.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, nobody will notice.
Brad, back to your conversation on the patties. There is stuff that you can put in those patties, but it's an inorganic. It's not organic. A lot of people won't use it. I'm a little wary of it. Kent Williams come up with it. That's who actually come up with it. That he makes, and Kent, I think, uses them. But I'm
well, somebody talked about Grub-X, and it's the chemical that's in Grub-X. It's chloranthrin.
Yeah, that was on Bob Benny had that scientist guy on.
Lewis Bartlett.
That he was talking about mixing that in. You're trying to get
it's the same chemical, but it's inorganic. So a lot of people's afraid of it. As far as having it in
absolutely. It's certainly not an organic treatment, and neither is
That's the only thing that's been proven to work actually.
Right.
So I'm told. It's not from my experience. I'm just telling you what smarter folks and myself is.
I mean, you could use a pollen patty soaked in chloranthrin alcohol, but maybe, I don't know, is it going to be more money? Maybe it's not going to even be more money than something else that's been developed for that.
I've mentioned this before, and I really like them, and I'm going to get a hold of those people, the Alvarez family in California.
Yeah.
Making a pollen patty. And they're selling it, I think, on a limited basis. That's made out of all natural pollen, and it is one fine product, for as I'm concerned. I'll put it, and you can actually, the way I'm using it in my hives, I place it in there, and you can roll it up just about the size of a hot dog. It's that texture. It's solid, but it's malleable, so to speak. And I don't think there's any way that a hive beetle can lay, would lay in it. I may be wrong. We'll see how it works out. I'm going to try some of it Well, now I've put some on my hives as an experimental. I'll see how it turns out. I haven't even been back in them to check them yet, but I really like the texture of the product. They're making it's not a commercial. It's not a commercial pollen patty.
Is it quite affordable with all real pollen?
Yeah, that's what.
Really?
Yeah.
See, there must be somebody and a group of people, I suppose, in the United States that are trapping a lot of pollen at a very reasonable cost. Because I know even Global, they have real pollen, a portion of real pollen in their patties, and it's all American produced pollen. Well, in Canada, it's not. It's Chinese pollen.
Yeah, I'm telling you, being one that my reputation, but now I taste about everything I use for my bees, and it is absolutely natural pollen because you can tell with the taste of it. You can tell they've got some kind of coagulant in there to hold it together.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that is. It may be honey. I didn't even ask him, but I got some off of him to try, and I really like it. So, just saying, just talking from my own.
Maybe it's a longer season than we have, because I know pollen here.
Yeah.
There's a big producer just a few miles west of here that produces a lot of pollen, and I know what it sells for, and that stuff's gold.
Yeah.
And it would not be
$3. I
cost
give
effective.
$3 a pound, $30 for 10 pounds of this just to try it. But I'll buy more of it even at that price.
$3 a pound.
Yeah.
I think this stuff is going for more like $50 a pound. I mean, here, the guys that are selling it here.
I don't.
Big price difference.
What was in this? I mean, and I'm just telling you hearsay because this is word of mouth from one of the sons that it was artificial pollen. And I got that information from him and Randy Oliver's son, who that does
that what is artificial.
Their friend. He's friends with Oliveras, and he introduced me to him and suggested that I might want to try it. So.
Okay, I misunderstood what you said, I guess.
That's the way I got onto it. They were at Nobby, and they had some with them. And this year, back in January, and that's where I picked it up. But I put the whole 10 pound on it, and I just made it in this looked like hot dogs the way I made it, and laid it across my frames or down them,
Hot dogs.
Yep. It'll roll up, and it's just the right texture. Don't stick to your hands. I mean, you can feel it. It's got a stickiness to it, but I just rolled it up I started just putting it in with my hive tool in a kind of a wad, and I thought, well, heck, so I just started rolling it up and made it about the size of a hot dog, a long hot dog, and put it in my hives that way.
Foot long?
Yeah, some of it was about.
But y'all, we've gone just a little over 3 hours now. I think
wow.
Shut her down. It's been a fun one. I really enjoyed this one. I want to thank Clay, if he's still on here, for the super chat. And there's still room if anybody wants to come in the back room, we still got a few spaces left. I want to say good night to everybody. Appreciate everybody over in the chat. Appreciate everybody in the studio coming in.
Good night, y'all.
Everybody.
Good night.
Thank y'all.